Oh, see, can you see what it early light was so held at twilight as the last gleaming was bright. Who brought me us fire for the rabbit we were in this dreamland, and the rocket's red glare, bombs bursting in air, gave to the night that the stars still there, or still yet wait, brave and the home of the free.
Join me in prayer, please.
Get up, cocksuckers. It's all over. Listen, we had a rough couple of months. Fucking Katrina's cousin Maria. The other one, Puerto Rico, Houston, fucking Florida. Listen, it's been tough up to now. The earthquake in Mexico, the White House, whoever the fuck is going on. But it don't matter. They want to shoot, it's time for us to fucking shoot, cocksuckers. They want to get down and dirty, don't forget who the fuck we are, you understand me? We're the baddest motherfuckers out there. You send a message to that fucking North Korean, he's gonna be sniffing my dick and sucking my asshole. That's the focus. We're going to North Korea in like a year. It's gonna be an island. It's gonna glow in the dark. You know why? Because we're Americans, cocksuckers. Who the fuck do you think you're dealing with? Stop with the gun control. They're selling more guns than ever the last 3 days. Stop with the fucking whining. Stop with the Russians on Facebook. I don't give a fuck. Worry about yourself. Keep your eyes open and get the fuck off Snapchat and fucking Twitter, cocksucker. Stay black.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Circle of Jerks live stream, aka the Tim's Talk Warmer. With me, not as always, is Zach's the throat goat is taking a night off. I guess the lot lizard takes its toll every once in a while, right? But he will not be joining us tonight because he's going to be resting that throat. But with me, usually as always, Abomination AJ, Copa, and everyone's favorite YouTuber, Lofti Pixels. How's it going, guys?
I was great.
Everyone talk at once. Everyone talk at once.
I was great.
Oh, that was really good.
I was great until I logged into my burner account and fucking AI Arts ad popped up. So that's
hell yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Hell yeah. Well, we're gonna talk a little bit about AI art tonight. Was that Copa?
I just saw Killers of the Flower Moon. Like,
oh,
I
yeah?
just got home. Long movie.
Yeah. I heard.
How's your bladder feel?
Yeah.
It's fine. Totally fine. I went to the bathroom before. But it's
so you're an adult.
Like a big
boy.
like
an adult. I don't have like an old lady.
How many engines were scalped?
Oh boy. Quite a few. Not what you think it is.
Not enough.
If you've seen like recent Scorsese movies, that's the style. It's not like this is not like I don't know, he was more violent back when he was kind of starting up, but this is more drama theatrical.
Hold on. You're telling me this is not Wolf of Wall Street in the West? Is that what you're telling me? You're telling me it's not that?
It's not like energy. There's not a lot of energy. There's a lot of like
De Niro high on London.
Yeah, it's very slow, but that's kind of the point. It's like, it's an epic movie.
And when the engines found firewater, it was basically whites on coke in the 80s.
Somebody,
you know what I'm saying?
Somebody said that they saw this movie, and I was like, oh, how was it? And they said, well, some of the like the killings were kind of cool, but it was a slow movie. And I was like, what? I was like, how can you expect this movie to have like cool action killing scene? Like, what is that what you expected?
Yeah, wasn't this Blood Meridian? The prequel to Blood Meridian?
Weird. It's weird for somebody to be like, yo, the murders were cool, because that's the opposite of what you're supposed to feel watching it. It's like you're not supposed to think they're cool. They're like not. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, here I
want to see cool engine killing. That's all. I was going to see it for that, and You're telling me it's not there, so never mind.
Not really.
I'm not watching it.
Yeah, never mind. I agree.
Yeah.
If it's not Blood Meridian, I'm out.
That's right.
No, thank you.
Yeah, 6 out of 10 for me.
I just want to say hello to everyone here in the chat. White Bear 2 is here, the IGP Mexican who helped me. He did the audio for that intro, the Seinfeld, Joey Diaz, Trans People Are My Friends, Ultimate Crossover. We've all been begging on our hands and knees for. We finally got it. You're welcome, everybody. Nosferatu, who does not have a wrench, the only place on YouTube he doesn't have a wrench. So mods, go ahead, punish him any way you want to. This is your chance. Nadia, you're a Barmy, Vex Electronica, Angry Canadian, Boosh, who else there? Mrs. Sassy Sasquatch, Roman, who might have been able to see his favorite video the other night if he was on Tim's Talk watching it, because I almost pulled it up, guys. I almost pulled up the video. It was moments away.
Close.
If it wasn't for the endless pop-ups on my screen and the probably viruses infesting my computer, I would have done it. Would have gotten away with it too. Cannoli Sasquatch, Sentient Dildo, Lovey Sherry. Who else is here? Just want to say thank you all for being here. Smash that like button. Share it out to all your loved ones. They probably want to hear what we're going to be talking about tonight, and you want them all to remember a soul that touched us all last week.
Yeah.
Irene, I want to take a moment, everybody, to just really give a moment of silence to a woman who's done so much to the community and has impacted us all. So here's a moment of silence for Irene. A video edited by Janet Banana herself. So without further ado, everybody, in memoriam of Irene. She was flexing on us that night, guys. No one could stand a chance.
Right there.
Oh, fuck.
You thought I was just showing you a bottle? I'm drinking this, bitches.
That's an Irene-sized shot glass.
Plastic cup. Probably.
Heavy drinking. Oh my God.
I miss that tongue more than anything, though.
I do miss her.
I feel like we're watching an obituary.
Oh, you're about to find out.
Yeah.
She really tried to fight on the last one.
She's fighting those demons, dude.
I love it. SpongeBob.
Dang.
There it is. Rest in peace.
Oh, Irene.
I miss you, baby.
think-
Baby girl.
It's hard to talk
Mom
about.
of the century. Mom of the century,
It's hard-
dude.
It's hard to talk about without getting emotional about it. A lot of aspects. Yeah, I was the only one that cared about her on that stream. Boosh cared about what was going on the ceiling. There was some sort of weird streak of dirt or shit
I don't
on the ceiling that was
understand how
caught in
you get
frame every once in a while.
I don't know how you get a doo-doo stain on the ceiling, but she did it.
Yeah.
A diaper was flung.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you were the only one who cared. I mean, as soon
Yeah,
as
that-
that phone dropped and then the beat dropped with the phone, you were like, Irene, are you okay? I mean, you pushed past all the gay dance music and asked her if she was all right. And
That's
sadly,
true.
She
I
never
do-
responded. She never responded.
IJP was there too. He's pushing against it. IJP
true.
was also pushing up against the fact that Tim thought he was on the stream the other night. He was so drunk he kind of just forgot he was in his own stream yards, stream sniping.
You kind of hacked his brain by saying he's muted, and then all of a sudden he thought he was on the stream.
I'm Manchurian candidated him into thinking I said the magic words, and he was just locked in. Listen, we've all been there. We've all been there. Cast the first stone if you never thought you were on a stream while your stream's not big.
You're just watching the stream, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm on this one."
I want to talk about this video I just saw. So I didn't even know who this actress is. Is it Taryn Manning from the what's it? Orange is the New Black? Never seen the show. I just saw this fucking crazy woman on this what's called Instagram video, and I thought, hey, well, we should just quickly react to this thing because this is fucking weird. Have you seen this video?
I think
I
know what you're talking about.
No,
Is this the one where she's?
Oh yeah, if it's
I'm sick of crazy women on social media videos. They're getting out of control.
They are getting out of
2023, dude.
We need to like vote them out of the state or something.
Yeah,
Don, why'd you ban me from your stream? I didn't do that. Some mod did. Nosferatu, behave. You're not a wrench. You're
I've
not
never
powerful.
banned anybody from a stream. Is that even? I don't even know how to do that if I try.
Oh,
I
here,
think
let me show
you're-
you with Nas.
Yeah.
They make Lofty more secure in his decision.
Yeah.
No women.
I've seen this one. This is her home
Yeah.
wrecking, right?
Yeah,
And
her
she's
home
talking about-
wrecking.
Talking about licking the dude's butthole.
Oh, he's arrived. Tim, my boy, thanks for being here. Smash that like button. Share it all to all the Raylos and your sources at Disney this live stream. Thanks, Tim, for being here.
Tim, you're muted.
Yeah, Tim, you're muted. Can't hear you. All right. Yeah, she was also the Karen. She was also the Karen in the titular. She was the titular Karen in the Karen movie. So, I saw this, and there's just a lot to talk about here. So let's just. You've seen this though, Copa?
Yeah, I've actually seen this.
Okay, cool.
Unfortunately, but
And let me know if did you hear the audio in the last one? Right, the music.
yeah.
Okay, good. Just making sure. Okay, ready?
Pull over because I'm just like I don't want to like cause crashes because I'm just so rooted right now. So
Yeah.
She's clearly drunk, right? Like,
Yeah, that's why you should have pulled over.
Yeah.
Jesus
and
Christ.
Pass.
no, listen. You say pass now. By the end of this video, you will be smashing everybody. I think that'll be the challenge.
I
Can
don't
you
want my
not smash
butthole
by the
licked.
Yo,
Yeah,
man,
this looks
she's
kind of
got
like
moves.
Boosh. This looks like Boosh a few Four Locos in, honestly. She's got that look. All right.
oh
Fuck.
the man that I've been messing with is a married man and every night, well, for about 3 nights in a row.
Wait, am
or
I looking
even
at her
maybe there's
nipple
a night in
right now? I never noticed that before. I think her
let me
nipple's
see if I can-
peeking out.
Let's see if it'll
Yeah,
go away
was
as soon as I.
looking, by the way.
Okay. We'll keep looking. But do you hear what she said? Like, here, I'm going to go back. Just listen to what she's saying. Because she says, like, every other night, 3 nights in a row. It's confusing. Here.
well, for about 3 nights in a row,
Oh, yeah, that's
or
a
even maybe there's
yeah.
a night in between. I was licking his butthole. Yep.
No.
Because he liked it. And I didn't mind doing it. Does that bother? Is that weird? Yeah.
Is that weird?
That's a sign language for weird. Dude. Like, I don't know.
No, that means you're married, and he's. I mean, that's illegal for him. That's
Well,
marriage
that is
material
illegal.
right there.
Yeah, listen, chat. Are we butthole, pro butthole licking, anti butthole licking? I'll drop a quick poll in the chat here.
Yeah, but
I'm going to keep going.
And that is what demons do. So we drove all the way down to Newport Beach today so I could buy him a boat. I was
dude, this
You got
guy
to hear this back. I'm going. This guy rules, too. This guy is like
rules.
winning.
He's getting his butt licked, and he's getting a boat.
He's got a side bitch that's buying him a boat and licking his ass. I'm for free. She's paying the boat down payment.
This guy needs
it does.
seminars everywhere.
It's weird as shit, but he is winning.
Fuck Andrew Tate. This guy, I need to know his secrets.
Yeah,
Whatever this guy's doing.
yeah, this guy rules, dude. This guy is Andrew Taint.
Oh, dude. There we go. Andrew Taint. I gotta know, dude.
so I could buy him a boat.
That laugh.
I was
So
so in love, so I thought so I could buy this gentleman a boat, and I brought cash to put
He's
a down
black.
payment down. Like I really
think
loved
so?
him.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, like we're into the same thing, like we're kinky, blah blah blah. And his wife, because he's married, and I feel so bad because I
She has a cross here too. Cross the ring thing.
She's a church going folk, you know.
I know. She does. She does seem like a church going folk.
Dude, can we talk about the interior of this car though? It's pretty.
It's not bad.
It's
It's kind of nice.
Yeah. Like she should live in it.
Maybe she does.
You should like buttholes in it.
Dude, if that's the place she's giving rim jobs, then
Yeah.
that's some premium shit, dude.
I can't stand her. I can't stand her, his wife. Because she wasn't even like, wait, what? You've been messing with my man? She said, you lunatic, you get out of my life or I'll get an RO on you. No.
Dude, I can't stand her. She took
I
it from me.
but you know what's funny too? If this guy also has his wife so locked down that the wife's not even mad that he's cheating on her. The wife is mad that it's this fucking crazy bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy has all these women wrapped around his finger and around his ass, apparently.
This guy rules, dude. There's no other way of looking at it.
This guy's black.
Oh, you just judge his skin color based on his sexual proclivity. Go for it.
Listen, I will say, for some reason, yeah, that's a thing, I guess, in the black community.
For some.
It's just like a dog. Dogs do it, right, AJ?
Yeah, dogs do. Wolves don't.
Yeah.
I'll put your
yeah,
ass
sure.
in jail. Anyway, so I've been licking your man's butthole for weeks on end because he likes it a lot, and I do it to him, and he comes to me, and it happens.
I like how she can afford the interior of this car, but not a bottle of Kurt Plus shampoo.
No, yeah. And there's a lot, like, she's not even wearing any makeup. You can clearly see all the wrinkles around her neck. She's very unflattering. Not even wearing a bra. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Yeah, Tim, Zach's is not on because, like Mrs. Sassy Squatch said, given too many. He was trying to get a boat, so he was doing the reverse. He was giving rim jobs for boats instead of getting rim jobs and then also getting the boat.
Yeah, he's giving boat jobs.
Dude, that rules.
Ew, I just saw a dead body on Twitter. Never mind. Ugh, fuck.
That's a lot. I know it's a lot of information, but I'm the lunatic, right? I'm just single.
Damn.
Very single.
Very single.
Oh,
And
shit.
he came to me. So you don't accuse me of being a lunatic, but I'll tell you one thing, lady. You want to put me in jail? I'll put you in jail so fast, your head will be spinning. Don't you ever threaten me. And I will show you how I do. Don't you ever threaten me.
Ooh.
When your husband came to me to get his butthole licked.
Kind of owns her there. Like, don't mess with me.
Great ending.
Yeah.
Bro, did she upload that video?
What's that?
I said, did she upload that?
Yeah, she uploaded this to some
thought it was
social
good.
media she had. Yeah, she thought it was a good look. Don't mess with me. I can throw you so fast in jail, I'll have your head spinning. Don't you know, late guy?
Karen mode activated.
That's very Karen. So
Your husband likes his butthole licked. Own.
checkmate, bitches. All right, so we got this video. Do you want to preface this, Copa? This video you're showing us right now?
Oh, yeah. So I just found this video about maybe 15 minutes ago, and it's basically AI making a snowboarding video, or what it thinks is a snowboarding video. And
Yeah.
I mean, get out your Theraflu, because this is going to be sick. This thing shreds, dude. I swear to God, like I've never seen a snowboarding video like this.
Oh boy.
All right,
Read
let's see.
watch.
All right.
Yo, can Can it fuck? You guys fuck with snowboard kids? That game?
Snow. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you meant
not the
active
game.
kids.
No, the
Not the
game. Isn't
game.
that what it's called?
I don't know, but I don't do it. The game.
On PlayStation.
Snowboard
It was-
kids.
I think that's what it was called, like snow, something. It was like funny little chibi looking characters on the PlayStation. Somebody in chat knows what I'm talking about. It was a good.
Chat, self-report yourself if you know what this is. Snowboarding kids.
No one's
I
going to
vaguely
that.
remember.
This really cool sweaty guy outside my school is handing out copies of Snowboarding Kids. All I do is just give him my phone number and a picture of myself.
Oh no.
And here we go. Yeah, from rim jobs to Snowboarding Kids. Yeah, the natural transition, guys.
Yes. Oh no, this is one of these.
What?
Oh. It's like this. Oh,
Whoa.
it's like this. It's like those fast food commercials where they're eating, but instead of eating, all these AI videos are hilarious.
This is a Neil Breen snowboarding video.
Neil Breen wishes it was this good.
Fuck you, Sean White.
Oh, dude, that maneuver was sick.
I told you, get the Theraflu out, bro.
The one where he appeared, the third leg, and then it disappeared. That was sick.
Bro turned into the cloud.
People are like shattering records right now.
Y'all thought James Franco was cool with his snowboard in Spider-Man 3. You guys are wrong.
The guy just split into two pieces.
James Franco was snowboarding kids too, wasn't he?
He's skiing.
Snowballing. Yeah, we're skiing. Yeah, maybe.
Oh, that's sick, dude.
He brought his own snow to the mountain.
This is art. This is so art, guys.
Oh my god.
It's a work of art. Oh yeah, dude. Going hard.
That's pretty
with the
cool.
left leg.
Is this music AI too?
It must be.
It might be,
There
yes.
should be snowboard fights, like where they snow into each other and like beat the fuck out of each other, like kick each other. That should be like a thing.
Can't really kick on a snowboard.
You know, you can, I don't know, design a better snowboard.
Oh, look at that dude hot dogging. Whatever.
Yeah. Oh my god. Was that AI
There we
music?
go.
Sick, dude.
At first, I thought the music was AI, but you know what? That sounds like somebody trying to act like they speak in Jamaican or whatever.
Jamaica.
Oh yeah, definitely. They definitely trying to sound like some cool run-ins in there.
Yeah. Dildo says AI bumble clot.
So, Lofty, you're afraid of that? Is that what you're afraid of right there? What we just showed earlier? That's what you're afraid of?
Terrified of it.
Are you scared?
So scared of it.
Yeah, give me you had notes about AI on your previous live stream, and I was in the chat just like pounding my massive nuts and my tiny wiener up against my keyboard trying to respond to you because it was so frustrating to listen to. But I generally don't dislike your takes. So I'm not one of the haters. I'm not one of the countless haters. So
Everyone's got a. You could agree with somebody 99% of the time, but you're going to come up against a thing where it's 100% different opinion at some point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Unless you're,
usually when I am. That's when I unsub.
Yeah, right.
At 1%, I'm like, nah, no. So,
This guy likes fat chicks unsubbed. Yeah,
you're thinking AI art's going to take away the fact that there's like artists out there that can't get their properties made.
I do. I think eventually it will eat into the market of talent and artists. Eventually, not right now. Like that's shit. Nobody's gonna watch it. There is something to be said about this, though. I will say this: can you imagine a movie, like right now, like a movie's being made or something, and some character has like a nightmare? I think it'd be funny to like have the nightmare be AI generated in an act. You know what I mean? Instead of like that so I can see that actually benefiting the movie in some way, as opposed to
And it's a snowboarding video, the nightmare.
yeah.
Yeah.
Could be anything. Could be those fast food videos where they're eating tacos and pizzas is disgusting, horrifying to look at.
Oh
AI
shit.
commercials. AI commercials.
But you were saying on your live stream that you thought this is gonna like hinder the fact that we're gonna have people that aren't artists making actual art, and they're not artists because they don't know actually how to make it. Therefore, they're not artists. They're just people. They're visionaries, right?
Where do you want to start? Because like this is.
Well, I just want to know like where you. I really have no. Here, I'll say this: I have no issue with AI art, with AI anything, for the most part. And I think if Copa has a great script, first off, he has an amazing book. Why not Wichita? I've read it so many times. I know it frontwards and backwards, middle ways, every which way, but Wichita. I know it. If he could make that into a movie with AI art and AI voices, and it's actually like legit great, and he has the eye for it, then people might be like, yo, this guy actually has an eye for making cinema. We should bring him in. And he could actually make like first off, an entertaining piece of video. And then maybe he could actually like springboard into a career with big budget movies.
I mean, that's such a niche example. He would have to make AI videos.
That's what I'm saying. All AI. If it was all AI, would that make him less of an artist? I'm just going to put this on the background here. This is some AI things to trip people out here.
No, I mean, if he's like I said this in the thing, I guess you didn't pay attention, but I said if someone spends like, I don't know, a couple years on an AI film and thousands of hours of work and going into it, then clearly that's a talented person, and I would call them an artist.
Even if they didn't make it themselves, they didn't draw it themselves, like a graphic novel.
Yeah, for sure.
No.
If they spend a lot of time on it, if they spend a lot of effort and talent and skills going into it, and if they didn't just push a button and then it spit out a really good thing, then yeah, I would call them an artist for sure.
But that's what you're doing essentially is you're pushing a button and telling the computer what you want to see.
Well, that's okay. So that's what I do for video editing.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Well, I'm just saying like because I am so comfortable sitting on this fence of AI art that this fence feels so good between my legs, dude. I'm telling you.
No,
because on one hand, I'm an independent artist at this point, and I see the benefit of, let's say I'm starting to write a book and I need a cover, and a cover artist costs money. But now I can just dial in a few keywords and sit there and get my cover eventually the way I want it.
Sure.
And that keeps the cost down for somebody who's writing and they need a cover. They don't have to go out and, because let's say AJ wants to charge $150 for a cover. Yeah. For a cover job.
Yeah. I don't know what am I supposed to say? Like, yeah, that's true.
No. I'm just explaining my case on where I sit. Yeah. And so like that's already $150 in my budget for the book that I need to make back in sales that I'm not guaranteed at all. Right. And so in order to offset that cost, I can just go to AI art and develop a cover. And then the next book, if I make money, I could pay AJ to make a cover instead of going to AI art. But the flip side to that coin is what I'm essentially doing is cutting AJ out of the equation right from the beginning, because he's also an independent creator who's trying to get a leg up as well. Yeah. So I see it both ways.
I mean, the one way is like it's easier for everybody to make stuff. Disgusting. And everybody, not even people who hate AI art clearly agree that it's easier for people to make stuff. Like we all agree on that. That's just like that's how it is. The problem is, there's some people that don't care about artists being erased from the equation or minimized, and other people do care. That's really the only difference. because I agree. Like if I could make I do currently make my thumbnails AI, and it's like, well, I never hired a thumbnail artist. I did it myself, but it saves me 2 hours of my time.
Sure.
You know, making a thumbnail sometimes.
But you can't sit there and call yourself a thumbnail artist.
No. But I'm saying it does save me time. Now, if I had a thumbnail artist, I wouldn't fire them just to start using AI. That I would feel like a scumbag.
Totally.
And that's just kind of how I feel about it. You know, especially a big creator like the Quartering or something. He's got a thumbnail artist guy. He fired his guy and started using AI. I think that would be a problem. Probably it would be a lot of drama.
But
So
like
too.
we were see with AI right now,
Yeah.
it's not like a definitive. I plug something in. Oh my god, that's exactly what I was thinking about. As of right now, it's still you need to hone and actually mess with it a lot for you to get what you want out of it. Which I was coming from the angle that like if I had a vision for a thumbnail, like I want this here, this here, this here. This is what I want. I can see it in my head. I don't have the ability to with the programs currently to make that. In my head, I have the aesthetics already planned out. I just don't have the ability to, right? Just like if you're an architect, kinda, right? And then you're like, okay, I know what this looks like. In my head, I just need someone else to build it.
Right.
Aren't they still somewhat of an artist? I mean, there is a degree in this where you press the button and it just does it automatically and you don't have to think about it. But if you have to think and you're to kind of have it planned out, that is being an artist.
Y'all are such AI sheep that the next step is going to be you don't even have to type it. You don't even have to figure out what you actually want. We're just going to plug this thing into your head, and then we're going to transfer the images over to the screen.
Yeah, we'll get to that. That argument is definitely going to come up at some point tonight.
But I want to loop it back to what Don is saying, which is so if I type in keywords into Google and I come up with what I'm looking for, does that make me an expert researcher? Absolutely not.
No. Here's another thing. If I give, let me ask you this. I could show you. It'd take me too long to come up with. I have examples, but it's like I make I've had original characters that I've commissioned from artists for my eventual comic book that I want to do someday. And I told them what to do. I said, do this. I sent them a bunch of photos of other characters, like Dante from Devil May Cry, or like Killua from Hunter x Hunter. And then I sent like different clothing apparel, like Michael Jackson's jacket from the Bad music video, the red one.
The little boy with Michael Jackson's clothes on.
It's called snowboarding, kids, guys.
No, the context is it's an 80s like cyberpunk genre. So that's where the jacket comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
And Killua was more like the character's hairstyle, right? A white hair. What anyway?
Right.
Or Gojo, right? From fucking Kaizen. What I'm trying to say is, I create this mood board. It takes me a good hour to pull these images and like aesthetics together, and then I send it to the guy, and I tell him to like make an amalgamation of all of those things, and he like does, and then there's like 27 email back and forths. Can you please correct his? Can you make his jacket a darker shade of red? Can you put sort of like a different hairstyle or whatever? It's just I'm not an artist. I'm not an artist because I tell the guy what to do. That doesn't make me an artist. Right, that's exactly what happens when you tell AI what to do. Exactly.
I don't know but you know what you want in your head. Now we talked about it too. It's like, what is art though? Like you just said, like what is art? And it's like making something that makes you have like an emotional reaction to it. Like, the word art is so like I don't know. It's very subjective. It's hard to like officially pin down. But if someone's making something and they know, like we said, a director. So you're saying there's a visionary and there's a difference between a visionary and an artist?
Well, there's two different things here. The artist, in my example, is the person who draws the picture.
Okay.
The artist in the direct. Now that's clear, right? That I hire an artist to make a work of art. I'm not making the work of art. But if I'm a film director, I would say they're directing people to make art. And then if they're the editor, they could call themselves an artist if they edit their own films. I don't know. It's very kind of ambiguous. Sometimes, sometimes the director is more of like a different like Tarantino is more of an artist than Spielberg, right? Spielberg doesn't even write his own scripts. So it's like there's different levels to it, right? Like,
No, I agree. Yes, I agree.
Yeah. That's it.
Well, AJ, what were you gonna say?
I forgot, bro. There are
Okay.
different levels to it, though.
Yeah.
But no, I wouldn't consider some of this shit like an artist. Like, if you're a director, I would say you can consider that person an artist. Because
they
they
have a lot
are
of control over the final product. That's why. They have
yeah,
so
and
much
they're
control over it.
creating something, and they have enough of an eye to use, which Dempsey is talking about AI is just a tool or like a brush. Well, the people are tools. Actors, I would say they are artists. They are able to use their bodies and their voices and facial expressions to create or exhibit something that causes some type of emotional reaction from people, or
Exactly.
you know, it's some type of expression. So I would say an editor, while they're not an artist, you could say that they're a critic, but they're not just talking about what's wrong and what's right. They're able to actually contribute to that end product, to the final art piece.
See, with art, what you're trying to do as an artist is you're trying to establish a bridge between the artist and the audience, and that bridge is like an emotional connection of some sort.
Yeah, that's true.
And I just can't see like AI bringing that connection like an artist can. Like,
It's
AJ hand
Oh
drawing
my
something.
god.
It depends, because if
No. See, because with
yeah,
with an artist who is human, there's a natural flaw that's always inside the art that is subtextual to the human eye, and you understand it. And I think that's why, like with AI, you can pick it up right away with your eye, what's going on and what's really drawn it. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to evolve something where you can't distinguish the difference. But what I'm saying is that I can emotionally connect with something that AJ draws versus something that AI draws because someone dialed in some keywords.
And
well,
I get what you're saying, Copa. I will slightly disagree with it because I think people like us can see some AI and like tell something's off about it. But we're the same people who can look at a fucking piece of media like a cartoon or a movie and tell you what we like about it or dislike about it. The average person are soulless fucking sheep for the most part. So they'll look at AI and they'll be like, bro, this is awesome. This shit's amazing. And they won't think twice about whether a human made it or not. Just look how fucking people went crazy for all those like AI profiles. Like that shit was just ridiculous to see. And yeah, you could argue like they're taking jobs away from people and all of that. I don't exactly know how that works or what that will look like in the future. But I think I agreed mostly with Lofty in the sense of relying on this AI, it takes away from human relationships or humans actually creating. And I think that is a key part of where we are, of being a human, being able to create something, think of something and figure out a way to execute it. You keep giving the robot all the fucking the tools or the knowledge to just create for you, then there'll be less need for humans.
If that what happens in that case is people just are enjoying the entertainment value of the final of the product, right? The content. It's just the entertainment value. It's just content. And it's fine. It's fine to enjoy content. I watch movies that are content or whatever, TV shows, and I'm like, I don't really care who made it or you know who, especially bad ones. But like there is this thing called the auteur theory in film, which is like, you know, an artist essentially it's like the director being viewed as the major creative force behind a movie. So it's like the auteur theory is like this sort of French New Wave thing. It's like it goes back into the 60s, but it was after Hollywood started becoming very formulaic. Everything was the same fucking movie over and over again. A bunch of people were like, well, we're not going to do the traditional Hollywood 3-act structure formulaic, not, you know, movie. We're going to do some weird, abstract, obscure artistic films. And they started, every director in that period of time had his own visual signature style. You could tell who made this. And it's like, oh, this is clearly a Wes Anderson movie. I brought that up example, right? You know, Wes Anderson has his own style. He's an auteur. I would say he's an auteur. He's not, it's a French word, but it's sort of like an artist. It's just, it's specific to a director. And you can be an auteur with AI, I guess, but I haven't seen one. I can imagine it maybe happening. I just haven't seen one. Have you seen like a guy who's like supremely talented with AI and then he like does this really unique thing?
No, but that's why I'm kind of confused why people are so fucking afraid of it right now. It's like, okay, yeah, there's clearly this uncanny valley of entertainment we're getting from AI art as of right now, and some people are like, it's gonna take over. And my thought is, yeah, maybe it's gonna like make like storytelling a lot easier, but there's still going to be a quality issue. Like, we have people in Hollywood making a ton of content, being paid for it, real humans, and a lot of it is still just shit, right? Like, you couldn't convince me an AI scripted art or AI scripted Law and Order episode was any different than any other like of the 40 episodes they have to pump out every year for Law and Order. That's so fucking generic, right? It kind of bothers me to think that people are like there's auteurs, which I agree, and then there's just people just making fucking nonsense content out there, and that we're like, oh, what's happening? It's gonna take over. It's like, dude, you're being ran by people that don't make fucking art as it is, and let alone like. If you really want to talk about it, it has nothing to do with AI art. It has to do with like what you want to say is a society. Like, how many people need to watch like on their phones on shorts? They have like a looping, like we have right here. They'll have like some fucking weird thing. Then they'll have like the podcast interview, and then they'll have someone in the bottom right hand corner reacting to it all. Meanwhile, there'll be like some sound effects in the background, right? Like, there's a societal thing going on right now that's like ruining people's brains. But it's not AI. AI is going to give people the ability to make actual content. Like, it wouldn't be nice that AJ. Or even you, Lofty, Copa, you could make your own thing and not be some like guy sitting on, Harvey Weinstein's couch, hoping that one day you'll make it be in the big. You'll be up.
That's too fucking.
It would be so
that's
nice.
too fucking extreme, John. That's too fucking extreme.
Hold on.
When you can connect with another human and y'all can create that together, that is what humans do. That is why we are special. Because what one person brings to it, everybody doesn't have every skill. No man is an island. So you connect with other people who have these other skills that y'all can come together and make a fucking amazing project. Now, y'all talking about the money and everything. Well, y'all can sort that out. That's between y'all. Or you could be like, okay, I'll just do the work now and you give me the money later. But that's a human connection as opposed to you typing in some shit that's making AI smarter.
Smarter.
Yes, smarter, and then while you're perfecting whoever the big they is, while you're perfecting their technology, we sit around here with our thumbs up our asses. Ooh, I got a little loop of some mushrooms and jellyfish. Ooh, that's so cool.
It's kind of cool. Am I looking at it now?
And they're up there talking about, or I think like Lofty said it on his stream, like they're coming up with ways to like create the next world war, or say this fucking this person, this leader has done all of the shit, all of the AI, all of that. It goes together. It's all some project.
Wow. We're all over the place with this conversation. We have to look.
We are, but one thing I just want to say too is just real quick, and we can kind of refocus this. I hope with all of the AI stuff, and if there's like this overwhelming amount of content being pushed out there, there might be this focus on getting back to something that's real, right? Like actual like plays and something you see with your own eye.
Why don't we just
why don't we do it now? Because we're able to be entertained at least a little bit with our phones, but there might be a certain point when we get overloaded and we say, you know what, I can't do this. Well, why do we go to concerts?
Why would that happen? That's like saying how many people go to a fucking Renaissance festival? Why would we choose to do the more primitive thing?
But people go to concerts.
Well,
people go to concerts. There's better music at your house, better sound quality. Yeah,
people go to theater. People
you can be there with other people.
Yeah. But people collect vinyl records. People, still read books. Like, I don't know. I think this is stuff.
Well, here's my argument. Here's my stance on this is, look, you're an artist. I'm an artist, AJ. And
I'm not. I'm not an artist. Don't.
Yeah, not at all.
I'm a visionary.
You're an no. You're an
thumbnails.
artur. I know you're working anywhere, bro. You gotta look. But no. But here's my argument, which is, look, AI is here to stay. We're not going to get it unless we all collectively delete the internet together. But that's not going to happen anytime soon. So AI is here to stay. The fact of the matter is what's going to have to happen is everybody who's human is going to have to step their game up, and it's going to, I think, weed out the bad ones. They just can't survive.
I totally disagree.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know if I disagree.
Weed out the bad ones. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, that's hard to like.
What do you even mean? Like the bad human artists or the bad AI artists?
No, I'm saying, look, you need to step up your game if the machines are coming in and playing. And I welcome the challenge. I welcome the fight against the robots. Let's go. Let's bring it.
People are already stepping up. Like, look what Christopher Nolan did with Oppenheimer. That's like, how do you do better than that? I don't know. I don't really know what you're saying.
What do you mean? Like,
are you saying
he's saying he's going to fight the robots
better movies than they already are?
No, he's saying when the robots are making good movies, the humans need to make better movies.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. So
you just got to step up your game. And that's the thing too, is like, look, I could buy a Timex anywhere, but I can get a handcrafted Rolex. And that's what people are going to look for too, is handcrafted human experience.
Yeah, I hope so. That's my point. I hope that's the case, but we don't know.
We do know that. We do know that. Humans will value. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Copa. Go ahead.
Nah, disagree. People will eat McDonald's readily every day.
They will.
Fucking convenience, bro.
The sheep will, but the people that value something, right? They're not going to be like, can I get some of that processed meat? Like, no, that ragu grass-fed meat that's been like these cows that have been like massaged their whole life. That's what will be valued.
And that's the whole thing too, is you better make something valuable. That's what I'm getting at. Start making valuable shit. Stop exactly what Don was saying. You got like 30 episodes a year of
NCIS,
Law and Order, Law and Order, all these fucking shit shows that you've seen 1,000 times over since the early 90s. Like, dude, step up your game, come up with generate some new ideas, stuff like that. Now with AI, like I said, it's a good tool for like the independent creator who has zero budget. And when I mean zero budget, I mean they could barely afford a $400 computer to type their shit out on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I get that. I still say, hey, connect with some people who are able to get out what you want. And even if that first piece of art that you put out, including the book, including the writing, is not what you want, then I mean, if you gain some money, if you get some money for the first one, then you just put more into the second one.
I think AI right now is really bad and primitive, and like people are very short-sighted, and they're like Flaccid just said this. He was like, "It's so bad. Why are you worried about it?" Right? You said that.
Yeah, I did, because I want to know like exactly where you stand on where it's bad.
Because I don't think that the world's going to end like tomorrow. Like, I'm looking into the future, and I think you're not. Apparently.
Well, no, I am, but I'm wondering where the line you go. Okay, so as right now, just hypothetically, I have no issue with AI art, even if it becomes like if I perfectly type something out, it could make a blockbuster style movie on my screen. I have no issue with that as of right now. Where do you have the issue in all of that?
Well, I think at that point, we're going to be so isolated, and it's just going to be like the end of culture, the end of hobbies, the end of art, the end of communities, nerd culture. All of it's done. If you can just do that in your bed and like
why?
Because how are you gonna? Well, what do we think about what we do now, right?
Yeah,
we all get together. We go on streams. We talk about something that came out like Flower Moon or Oppenheimer or Napoleon next week, but we're all talking about the same thing. We're all having these like interesting, fun discussions about the thing that came out this week that was made by a bunch of people, and then we just talk about Ridley Scott and Joaquin Phoenix. If your future comes to exist, and it's like you watched your favorite generated movie that on a Friday night, and I watched my own generated movie, and everybody else watched their own generated movie. there is no. What are we going to talk about? What is anybody going to? How is the hobby going to exist? Who's going to start talking about like what's the best movie of the year? Oh, how are we going to decide that when it's like 50,000 trillion movies being generated every 3 minutes? Like the entire hobby's dead. It's just dead, guys. It's so boring at that point.
I wouldn't say that. AJ, do you want to say anything before I respond to Lofti here?
Horrible.
I agree with that. If you just let everybody do it, we're gonna get a whole bunch of shit. And if y'all talking about, well, great artists will just have to outdo the robots and whatever. Yeah, that's true. I get what you're saying. Humans will be sought after more for people who actually care about it, but the shit will be so oversaturated with bullshit. It's just like with the conversation we was on the stream earlier with Dempsey, and I was saying like how I don't like that whole mumble rap, like that bullshit. It puts those tools that make the shit so easy for everybody to think they're an artist. I'm a rap artist. I'm going to be the next best thing, and they just flood the market and the culture with a bunch of bullshit to where I guess like it's become when you have people like a J. Cole or a Kid Cudi or like a Mac Miller or somebody, then they're like what the fuck are you listening to? Like, what is that shit? This beat is whack. Like I want to hear the mumble stuff. So I think culture will shift, but for the worse.
Think about how many people are addicted to smartphones. Addicted. Okay.
Well, I mean, but that's like a separate issue. Like there's an issue with whatever you want to say, dopamine addiction, instant gratification, right? That's something that needs to be addressed on a cultural issue. And even if AI art wasn't around, that would still be an issue.
But AI art can tap into that dopamine rush.
Oh yeah, it can definitely. But I don't think.
Society is going to be normies are going to embrace AI and never look back. They're going to be like, fuck real people, fuck real artists. I'm going to watch my own generated content. They're not going to contribute to society.
But how is that enjoyable? Okay. But even if you made your own content, you would not find it enjoyable. Like when you make your own videos, anyone here that creates their own content, you don't sit there and just like watch it in loops and like, oh dude, that was fucking hilarious. That was so fucking funny.
It depends.
Yeah, or the opposite. You're like,
wait, I don't know,
dude. I
what does that have to do with AI?
No, you said everyone's just gonna watch their own content. I said like
I better watch Law and Order instead of my shit.
I'm gonna generate my own sequel to The Matrix that was not Matrix 4 is a better sequel, and I'll just watch it, and then I won't share it with anybody else because they're going to be watching their own whatever they want to watch in their own house on their own isolated metaverse. Mark Zuckerberg sitting on his fucking.
You have at least 1,000 hours of content generated like every 5 minutes on the internet. We're already watching our own shit.
Yeah,
we don't have a shared.
Yeah.
That's the last water cooler show was Game of Thrones that we were all sitting and watching and talking about the next day.
Everybody's talking about Ahsoka. Everybody's talking about.
No. That's the internet stuff. That's internet to generate views and shit. No one's watching Ahsoka outside of the internet.
I don't know.
But what like Copa was saying, I was going to say it to you in response, Lofty, was we are creating like Mr. Beast. He wouldn't be able to make his stuff in the what's called the old paradigm of entertainment. Through YouTube, there are ways that everyone can just create content without AI. So let's just pretend without AI, people are actually able to make their own content, their own podcasts, their own like radio dramas, their own like motion comics, whatever. Is that an issue? Because we can still live that reality even though AI isn't there. AI is just going to like, flood the market with it. And again, I think the cream will rise to the top. Go ahead. Well, what's the issue here? Because I think we still make a ton of content out there.
When I say make your own content, I'm not saying you produce content for other people to watch. I'm saying you generate content for yourself to watch. If everybody could do what Mr. Beast does, he's making content for other people to watch. I'm saying everyone's with AI, the end game for AI art is to be able to generate your own entertainment by yourself without the
So you're saying I'm going to type in, give me a Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, Star Wars, Marvel mashup, and show it to me. Now, guess what will happen? It most likely will be trash. Or if it's good, I'll say like, oh, I'm just going to shove this up my ass and not let anybody see it. I'll probably share it with somebody like, dude, this is pretty good. And then someone will see it and they're like, oh, that is pretty good. Go ahead.
If it's good, then somebody else is going to make an equally good thing. You're not going to be exclusively making, unless you're a genius, you're not going to be making the only good content.
I know, but why is that a bad thing? So everyone's like enjoying their own content that's being created.
That's why I said it's isolationist. It's
Well,
isolationist.
because Don, to push back on that is because you lose the shared experience.
Nothing. No, you're not sharing anything with anyone. It's like, did you guys see that new Jordan Peele movie? And then the guy's like, nope, I was staying home watching my own content. It's probably better than that.
It's like this. It's like watching a movie in an empty theater versus watching a movie opening night that everybody.
Oh, I agree. Yeah,
it's filled and jam packed. Dude, there's a visceral difference.
You're gonna have I agree. I agree with that. But what if instead of that, what if there's copyrights on some of this stuff? So like, okay, this is the official whatever. Like, so it could be shared out, and you'd be like, oh, dude, this one actually. I don't know. I don't think it would be that. It's that isolationist. I don't see the future ending up that way because again, even though we saw like we were pushed into corners during COVID, people fought against it and did not like it. Inherently, we are social creatures. So I don't know. I don't see us going that way. I think we're going to fight.
I will say,
no, we're not.
You had
creatures.
More and more.
I will say you had yes. I would say you had some people that fought against it, but definitely the newer generation, they would accept a lot of the shit. And if it just becomes normal, this is where our society, this is humanity is going. Isolation is not sharing experiences, not trying to get together.
Riding bikes outside and playing in the forest. They're inside playing video games with people from like all over the world, and they're just isolating in their houses, and they're on Discord and they're hanging out with their friends.
But but we're also having a crisis of meaning right now in a lot of people's lives. So it's not like we're all hunky dory. Everyone's just fine and dandy, and we're just living in our pods. We all just fucking coom all day, and we love it. We just love it. No, there's something wrong and rotten right now, and we're gonna eventually figure it out here soon. Whether it's through like I don't know, like some religious revival or some revolution. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna break here, and I just don't. I'm more confident in the human durability than I guess you guys are.
You're contradicting yourself. You're saying you're confident in humanity to like reset itself and go back to traditional values, and at the same time,
they will reset themselves.
Yes, but at the same time, you're like, woohoo, let's go AI. It's like you're contradicting yourself. Like
no, because I don't have the conclusions you do. You think it's going to hurt. I think naturally people are going to fight against it.
Everybody. You say I said AI is going to be beneficial, and now you're saying it's not going to be beneficial because people are going to realize it's not beneficial.
No. Listen. I'll say there's a net benefit for it. I'm not saying like as soon as we start inventing these cars, there's not going to be any sort of car accidents. It's only going to be positive. Everyone's just going to be getting to work a lot faster. It's like, yeah, people are going to probably be dying a lot more. So I know there's going to be a cost benefit ratio. There's definitely going to be some harmful things AI brings to us, just like how the internet brought some harmful things to us. But I do think there'll be a net positive, and for people like myself who probably has some cool ideas in my head that I don't have the time because I have a job, I have a wife as of right now until my boyfriend comes over and my boyfriend comes over, but I don't have the time to like oh dude, if only someone could see inside my head. And I will say there's a lot of sheep out there, people they can't even think of like an apple. This is a real thing. People can't even think of like an apple, an image in their head. There's a lot of sheep and weird people out there. So I don't know.
But you're ignoring the people that are like you that apparently don't have a lot of time. They made time and they sacrificed a lot in order to make a work of art. Those people are special. It's like you're turning everybody into like no one's special anymore. Anybody can just make time easily and make something in their head, and it's like not so there's no more like value. There's no more like valuable people like that we could look up to as like idols in art cult, like different societies. Like who's gonna value, like I brought up Edgar Allan Poe or H.P. Lovecraft or like and pick any writer. It's like there's not gonna be any of these people anymore. If everybody can now imagine something and then push a button and make it, it's like you're number one, you're embracing, you're just like giving up. You're like, they'll never make a movie. And then it's like, well, why am I supposed to be impressed by your movie if you just gave up and pushed a button? I'm never going to be impressed by your movie. I might like it, but I'll be like, I could do that.
Well, okay, but then, there you go. There you go. So you're saying naturally there will be a pushback. There will be a push. You're saying there's going to be a pushback then?
Yes, but no. We should already.
You said you're not going to care. There's going to be a lot of people that hold the same view as you, and I agree. A lot of people have the same view, and then they're going to be
right, and we're going to be right, and and my point is, we should already be thinking this now instead of waiting and wasting our fucking time and then thinking about this in the future.
Man,
just think about it now.
But that's not what human beings do. Yeah, but that's not what human beings do.
People are like we
always gain in technology without really thinking about what we're doing with it. There's no way.
That's what Elon Musk was warning about on Joe Rogan like 6-7 years ago. He was like, I tried. He was like, guys, I tried to warn people about AI, but nobody listened. Nobody listened. And I believe him. It's like he probably did try to warn us, and now we're gonna have society's fucked. AI is gonna destroy the world.
There's the argument. It
AI
is
not art. AI in general, like AI. I think.
No,
yeah.
Fucked. Unless we have massive regulations in like a dystopian, like fucking God state that they're like they peek into your eyeballs every 5 seconds. Are you doing anything illegal? Okay, goodbye, bye. Like that might be the future.
A lot of people, we haven't addressed the argument of the AI steals from other artists, like it scans the internet and like pull images.
That's because that argument is so confrontationally confusing, and it's not a good. You'll never get anywhere. It's like, even if it is stealing from people, a lot of people just don't care, So,
well, yeah, I don't really care to argue that. I'm just like, it is what it is. It's happening, whether or not you care, or it's like whatever. I'm just saying that is what's happening. So if you condone that, then hey, there you go. But some people like to. I think Don, I don't know if you said it or somebody, but if you trace somebody's artwork or if you create the Mona Lisa,
if you recreate it, yeah.
Okay, I would still consider yourself a person because you have to look at it, and then there's going to be your own flaws input into it, or like an Andy Warhol, where it's like I will take something that has already been established, but I'm going to put some twist that means something, and that's still expression of that individual, but being inspired by somebody else. And then I think Dempsey was saying like, what's the difference between using like like we already use it with, let's say, like an art program like Procreate, or I use Clip Studio. I still have to have basic art skills to use these digital tools. They're digital tools, but I can't just type something and something beautiful fucking appears on the screen. I'm still drawing like a pencil. It's just now I just don't have to waste materials or spend money on actual materials. I still have to understand art to create something good.
Look,
and I want
a human artist that steals from other artists, like Dempsey said this. It's happening already with human artists, like stealing from other artists. Like, that's happening. However, I don't respect those people. Why? Like, you're acting like everybody respects those people. No, they don't.
And they get called out for it when they
get called out for it.
Found
they
out.
Get shunned. They go, oh, you should probably. At the very least, they go, oh, that's a pretty good, rendition of like Caravaggio. Like, you should probably learn your own style, though, right? You should probably come up with your own style. People, this is just it's standard practice, like to kind of not condone that kind of behavior.
Yeah, but here's the deal: with humans, when you're learning how to do art, the first thing you do is mimic. With anything,
that's fine.
You mimic, and I want to build on AJ's thought, which is, when you're tracing art or whatever, you start to build on what was previous, and that's the whole thing about art. Is 99% of it is built on pillars that came before you. Like when I write, I'm writing a story that's been told at least 1 million times. When you plug and play into AI,
right, or genre or something,
yeah. I could plug keywords into AI and it will probably fuck it all up. It's nowhere close to being built on any kind of human pillar whatsoever. Like it's an amalgamation of human thoughts, but it's a jumbled mess because it doesn't know what exactly the story I'm trying to tell. And so like if I come up and I look at AJ's art and I want to be an artist and I start trying to copy his style, and maybe a year or two later I start building my own style off of his, and then we got something going here. We got something building. We got human connections going here. And that's where I differ with AI art being used as quote unquote art, like what is being showed here on screen. This dude thought he was a fucking artist by just plugging in words. And it's like, homie, you did what
that
people do on Google every fucking day and got what you wanted.
Yeah, that's what that's the main problem. Shad is being pretentious about how good
it's fucking stupid. It's like, no, you didn't increase in your artwork. Your Skynet just got a major update. That's all. That's all.
And you become reliant to that program. If that program is ever taken away, then you're not that fucking artist anymore. So let's just say all technology is done for. What is the EMP or some shit or whatever? No technology. Then there's no more quote unquote art. According to these people who champion this AI art bullshit. But you will have people who actually practice that skill that will be able to I would say advance from whatever point we are civilization.
That depends. Photography would like if you're a photographer and then an EMP hits and you can't use your camera anymore, you can't really recreate that kind of art.
No, but if they knew the right composition, like what makes a good painting, right?
Well, yeah, you know,
like
composition,
a good picture, right? Well, you know it, right? And then it's like, okay, well, I don't have, like, let's just say this for this argument, right? If I don't have arms and I can physically not draw, and I know, like, I used to draw and paint to do all this stuff, but I know how it actually is supposed to go, and I'm not able to do it anymore. Are you no longer an artist now?
Well,
how are you typing?
You can say I used to be an artist. I don't know.
Yeah, and then I used to be an artist.
Are you an artist still? Is your dead body corpse an artist?
No.
Hey, I've seen how to use their feet.
But if I can see it in my head, you know, it's like I know exactly what I want.
Bro, I can see things in my I see movies and shit in my head all the time. It doesn't mean I could be an artist.
Someone put Nos in timeout. He's been a little naughty boy tonight. Put him in timeout. Maybe he'll shape up.
Yeah,
he can't have a grown-up conversation. Ooh, talk about dick and balls. Shut up, Nosferatu.
Like, do you think
just think about it for a
what
little
about
bit.
steroids? Okay, somebody who has somebody has really good form and knows how to run fast, injecting steroids into their body and then saying, "See, I'm a really talented runner. Look at my form; it's so amazing." It's like, yeah, but you had a peak. You had a physical peak. You peaked your talent. You peaked, and now you're cheating. And now you're calling yourself like an athlete, even though, like, I don't know. I just think like AI is such a cope for a lot of people to like say, see, I've always been an artist. And it's like, no, you haven't always been an artist. You've always had ideas. You can have good ideas.
Yeah, you got fucking ideas.
That's okay.
Oh, come on.
Every human should have ideas.
Have better ideas than others.
No. As we've learned in recent years, not everybody has ideas.
No, I'm
like we just said, a lot of people are sheep. A lot of people don't want to create. A lot of people just want to just sit there and get things fed to them. A lot of them don't have ideas. And even if they do have an idea, how many people do you like, hey guys, I'm thinking about what do you think this looks good? And they're like, yeah, I don't know. It's like, what do you mean you don't know? You don't know what aesthetics look like? You don't know all these other, like, what looks good, what can draw emotion? They're like, well, I don't know. It's like, okay, come on. Like,
bad ideas make it all the time in public and big.
Name one.
Bad ideas that get popular?
Name one. Yeah.
Fucking all of the recent Marvel movies, Disney, Star Wars, fucking all the. I don't like Fast and Furious. That's one example.
So those people are actually creating something. Are they not artists?
Yeah, but
all those people that work, but all those people that work behind the scenes and do all this, are they not artists?
No, I'm saying people that are, you call them artists, but they have a lot of them have bad ideas, like bad artists, like bad game designers. Bad.
But what makes them an artist? But what makes them an artist? So they're just bad artists.
Yeah, of course.
So they should be respected more than someone that actually has a great idea, a great vision for something.
Yeah,
and they just can't do it. They should be respected more.
The people making effort. At least you put in the time and effort to create.
Lie about it. You shouldn't be like, I'm a better artist than you because I have a better idea than you. Even though the guy's a bad artist, you'd be like, no, you're not. You're a worse artist than me. You just have a better idea.
For the person that presents me She-Hulk, I'm gonna say, all right, that's trash. Get good. And for the person that presents some bad art, like let's say Ghost Rider, a lot of people don't like Ghost Rider. I liked it, but I would just say that sucks. But keep trying.
See, and this is the thing we're talking about, like AI, and we're talking about digital, whatever tools to create art as well, right? Yeah. I think for a lot of this, artists, quote unquote artists, are also just tools for a vision, right? Yeah. If a director has a vision of a movie, artists are just tools. And if we can optimize these tools and eliminate some of the steps, I'm all for it. That's what I'm saying. Like, efficiency. I'm loving it.
It's
you know?
the problem is you're erasing people from the equation.
Okay,
So,
but
like,
that
a
happens in
director-
every advancement, though,
But a
in
director-
technology.
Right, but a director cares about his cinematographer or his production designer.
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't
director-
talked to one, so
A
I don't know if
director
they do or not.
Well, the whole point of making a movie is collaborating with. It's a team effort. That's actually the fun.
I know, but okay, that's also fun, but it's also like a painful process. It's like I have this thing in my head, and no one around me seems to know what I'm trying to fucking say because this guy over here is coked out of his mind, and I'm just trying to get this fucking shot done by today. And this guy has a fucking union thing telling him he needs to be done in like 3 hours, and we're never gonna get done. Now it's fucking raining. Oh, that's all cool. I understand that's real.
But that is that group dynamic, though. We keep throwing around. Oh, you can make a movie from your iPhone.
I know. I'm saying, like, if you could eliminate all of these stressors, you could make better art. You can make better art.
No, you can make more convenient art.
Oh my god! Well, if one man could make a full movie by himself, wouldn't that be amazing? One man, and it's actually like a great movie.
Shakespeare. He played.
I mean, no, it wouldn't be amazing. It would just be easy.
Yeah,
I don't even know what you're saying. Like, it wouldn't be amazing.
That's why I'm on the fence with it, because it's like, dude, like,
I don't know what you're saying.
You're saying you need like
when you don't have a budget, Lofty. When you don't have a budget, Lofty, and you can sit there and go, okay, like this scene 1 is how I want this to go, and you finally compile it and get it together.
If you don't have a budget and you have 100 years to make a movie, and you make the perfect movie, that's essentially what you're saying.
No, I'm saying with AI, I'll make it in a 3-month span because I'll be able to act it myself potentially, and then the AI will go over my face, and I'll be able to get the right facial expression I'm looking for, pin it down. I'll get the right vocal things that I want because I'm able to render it, and figure out the right thing. Okay.
Yeah.
It's exactly in my head. Everything what I'm thinking about comes on the screen. Now that's not like we're collaborating. You know, you're taking a shit, I'm eating it. Ooh, look at this. We're all just like in the fucking 2 girls 1 cup scenario, and this is what filmmaking is, buddy. It's like, no, that's not what that's what it is now. That's not what it has to be.
You have improv. You have actors doing improv. You have shit that happens that goes wrong, and then you have to improvise, and it makes a scene. This happens all the time.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So how are you going to tap into culture by doing that? How are you going to tap into society?
And that's what I was talking about too, is that you need that human flaw. You need that human flaw inside art for it to work.
Say it again, Loft, or say it again, Copa. Say it again, Copa.
I said you need that human flaw in order for art to work. You need that.
I don't know about that.
Part of it.
Yeah,
part of it.
Because
I think it does add. I think it's. Go ahead.
No, but it's exactly what Lofty is saying. Is like, look, I can sit here and structure a scene just how I want it and shoot it, right? And it'll come out exactly the way I wanted it. And that's great and everything. But I don't know how many times I've worked on sets or directed certain scenes for like commercials or whatever, and something accidental happens, a human flaw that happens in front of the camera, and we all went, do that again. And it's that inspiration that comes.
Or somebody else has a better idea that they introduce, and you're like, yeah, you're right, I was wrong. And then
I could sit here and masturbate all day from my mind to the keyboard and just fucking come all over the keyboard about everything that I fucking wanted. And sure, like, it's such a masturbatory practice to do it, but to interact with other human beings like me, Lofty, AJ, and yourself, like, let's say we're all trying to come up with a movie, like, I might think I have the greatest ideas in the room, but what if AJ picks something out, or you have something, Don, or Lofty has a little idea that we might want to exploit as well? Like, you just don't get that with AI.
I agree, and I think in the flaws to make it better, I totally agree with that. Like, if something's handmade, it generally has like this more valued, like it feels more real than a manufactured thing. I agree with that. I'm just saying you can't say because it's handmade, it's therefore inherently better than something that was manufactured. That's not the case. I think
you could get lucky. You can make a really good thing with AI. But like my question is, how are you going to tap into society? How is anyone going to care? Who's going to be like, hey, do you want to come to? You want to like? How are you going to get enough generate enough buzz around your project without like a team of people?
But tell me how Law and Order is tapping into society right now.
They're not.
Tell me how.
It's not. And that's what I was.
Okay,
that's what I was saying.
That's why I'm kind of like we pretend like all the entertainment being pushed out right now is somehow it's. I feel it in my veins. I'm like one of the avatars. I'm sticking my long ponytail penis into the culture, and I can feel it pumping through my veins. And if someone was to tap into and corrupt the Law and Order, I would just also become corrupted by the anti-culture. Like, it's like, come on, guys. But there's already bad art. There's already bad art. So us saying like some person with AI making their own thing, you're telling me that's going to be worse than She-Hulk? It's like we're already getting trashed to begin with. Pretend like our culture's not already being like in the fucking sewers right now.
Let's not pretend that She-Hulk wasn't written and practically directed by AI.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Like, we don't know how much this shit's using AI already.
Real quick. I saw him come back from his punishment. Nosferatu said it was cold emptiness. And
I hope he gave Irene a big hug.
Killed her. Who's Tim? I'll be right back.
Tim's talk. He's our boy.
Oh, that guy.
He's our boy, bud.
Yeah.
Lofty's gonna go for a second. But you know what I'm saying though? Like I understand collaborating. It makes something. You probably make better art collaborating than when you are just sitting alone. But are you telling me some of the greatest artists of our lifetime didn't just sit alone and just think? And you're like, oh my God, he's a fucking genius. I'm sure like, who's his name? Mozart. Wasn't he like a child prodigy? Was he sitting around collaborating with people?
Anybody that you say was somebody that had to actually put in the work to create the art themselves, not just type with some great fucking descriptors into a program and then it created it for him.
Keep going. Okay, hold on, but not the AI script is something different. I think an AI script I feel like is inherently part of like the soul of something versus like AI art.
What? Hold on. You said a script has a soul, but a visual art does not.
Yeah, I think so. I think more so. If I'm saying like you can put soul into art, the visual element of it. I agree. But if you think which one has more of a soul in it, I'd say the written word is more of a soul than images.
Okay, let me ask you this: if it comes to like a comic book, because I see with this AI art shit, they're making like one piece of art, so it's just something there. It's kind of like a print. What if it comes to something like a comic book where you don't like there's multiple images? You have to have knowledge of imagery as well as composition within a scene. Like if I'm making a fight scene or just two people doing something, I got to know what's happening around, perspective. I have to know the flow of the story. Like I have to have knowledge of all of these things to make the AI effective.
No, I agree. I think there is good visuals and bad visuals. I'm not saying that. There's objective. I believe there's objective good and bad when it comes to visuals as you're looking at it. But I'm saying when you, for like comic books or most mediums, it's really the story that will stick. Because there'll be things like Sucker Punch, probably great visuals, right? But no one fucking talks about it because it's a shitty story. But there's plenty of great stories with shitty visuals that we remember and speak to us because there's an actual soul in that script. And that's what I'm saying. I think more so that shit hangs with us.
I think shit like Mario.
Hold on, am I too loud? Am I actually too loud?
You're slightly loud. I think.
How about that? Does that sound better?
I thought it was just the passion.
Yeah, well, I am a little. Here, I'll back up a little bit too.
Well, he is deep throating the mic a little bit.
Sucking the shit out of it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that's me trying to suck my AI overlords come before they come for us.
You're just gonna suck off the robots right now, aren't you?
Hold on, am I muted? Am I muted, guys?
I can see you.
Tell me, hold on. Let me just
hear you at all.
I can't hear you.
Let me yell as loud as I can real quick.
To everything you just said.
If it'll unmute it.
Can I get a mic check?
Yeah, they can't see AJ. AJ,
can I get a mic suck?
Can I get a mic suck?
Can a player get his mic sucked over here, please?
Can I get a suck check?
What do you guys think? I'll ask the chat here as well. The soul of content, is it more so in the script or in the visuals?
I don't, bro. That's not there's no real answer to that because what I was just about to say with like the Mario movie looked beautiful. The script fucking sucked. but that was some amazing visual art. Pacific Rim, the story fucking sucks, but there was some amazing visual art there. So that's the exact opposite, or the other end of the spectrum of what you just said, with the script being the main focus of art or the most memorable thing. I think there's something memorable about, or something that you can find great about almost anything, anything. But I don't really think the argument is what ingredient is the art. I think what I'm really arguing is, yes, I think this will be the downfall of humanity, but I think we're already in that, and AI art is not the final push over the cliff.
I honestly think we're going either two ways. Where we're going to start, we're going to start downloading the shit directly into our body. We're just going to start, upgrading our arms to like cybernetic arms, just like my George Costanza post and shit like that. Or the next couple generations coming up is just going to, the pendulum is going to shift back to, hey, why don't we just drop this shit? Like, we're not connecting whatsoever. We're actually separating ourselves more so now than we ever have before. We're isolated even more.
That's not going to happen. Everybody on TikTok think they're a dance star.
Yeah.
People on YouTube think they're fucking movie stars.
You never know, dude. You never know. You never know. Trends have a pendulum, and you never know. We might be going back to like, hey, unplug the internet and just get on your CompuServe year 2000 laptops, okay, and just write your story on your word processor from 1996, shit like that. Just get all retro.
The one thing that won't go away though is like with AI is the military development and arms race with Russia, China, Iran.
Oh, absolutely, that and in the medical industry as well. Like, it's not going to go away from there. And I think I think that's where those two fields. That's a perfect spot for it, really.
So yeah. So I'll probably say this is a wild comparison, but I mean, I said on my stream earlier, I don't like guns. So I think technology has made life more convenient and more pleasant, but it also, like somebody was saying, we rely on GPS. I don't know how to get the fuck around my city, and I've been here for 3 years now. GPS every fucking thing.
Yeah, but that's the eye of the user as well. Like, you should put down the phone and learn your routes and know where you're at all times.
Yeah, we should, but like Lofty was saying, and this was a terrible take, but I think Lofty, you said, and I don't want to lie on you, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you respect or value, I think, art more so than like a landscaper or somebody who was.
Yes.
And that's fucking retarded, because art is one thing, but you have to learn how to do the landscape and how to control the land in your favor in order for your society to remain in one place and then be able to create art. Or, I mean, you can be a nomad and on the way, you make little cave paintings here and there. But I think, that's one of those like God-given things that we're able.
Yeah, but if you can replace those people with efficient machinery that feeds more people, what
because then you're not what am I trying to say? You're not spreading that skill to know the plants, the flora around you, how to control, how to manipulate that to grow this food. Look, and to what extent? Or
your argument is that people should always know this skill because there's always a chance that we could go backwards and like we need to know how to like cultivate the land. That is completely true, 100%. Because we could lose all this technology someday, and we'd have to know what the fuck we're doing. Like, I agree with that, but I'm saying,
okay, but my issue is you're saying you're so readily to replace one when it's the same concept for both.
It's not the same. It's not the same at all.
You're right. I said one you need to survive. One is the fruits of your labor.
One comparison, right? Actually, most things aren't.
You want? Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
When you replace a cashier at a grocery store, you don't feel the same level. You don't feel the same kind of like tragic. Oh God, this is a horrible. You just don't feel that way about that person as much as you would if you would replace an artist. I think. I just don't. I don't feel that way at all because I think people like I think people like Dante. I think people like Homer and Shakespeare, and I think these people are immensely like it's an enormous amount of like essential, like their presence in like is like I said this last night, it like transcends generations. It's we know these people, we know their work. It's influenced millions of people. I'm sorry, just like
yeah, but you're comparing like these vast differences. Like you're saying, Homer versus the cashier. Which one do you have to pick? It's like, I don't know, guy who's culturally significant, like in all of Western civilization, or Bobby down the street. Oh, which one do I pick?
Sally always makes sure my eggs are on top,
and she's kind of thick. No, but I'm saying you have to pick a good equivalent to like Homer, or even just like a great artist right now. It's like, okay, then you have to create a good businessman, like a good businessman.
Who's the Stephen King of cashiers?
Elon Musk, maybe. I don't know.
Like,
who's like the guy that. No, I'm saying I'm saying you can't say. Okay, talk about dumb. You compared Homer to a cashier. Like that's the biggest straw man ever. It's like, which one do you pick? Okay, well, this is me. Here's my straw man. Who would you rather have? Nikola Tesla? Would you rather have Tesla, or would you rather have a person that on She-Hulk's cast, the AI artist for, or the visual artist for She-Hulk? Which one do you pick? Nikola Tesla or that? It's like, of course you're gonna pick Tesla. You're gonna if you're gonna pick somebody in this one field that is like the outstanding performer. That's a bad comparison.
I'm picking the blue Ninja Turtle.
The bigger thing is storytelling and art are human. There's this inherent humanity in this sort of in this art form that doesn't exist in most of these careers that are being replaced. There's like our existence of humanity, like the soul of our species is storytelling. It's the only thing that links us back to like all of these civilizations is storytelling. And passing down generationally these archetypes and these patterns of art and like this is something that we value more than anything else on the planet Earth. We just do. Every culture does. Every single culture does.
Yeah. Okay. Art is valuable. I'm not saying it's not, right. And
it's the most valuable thing besides religion. It really is.
I don't know. I guess, survival, military, self-defense, feeding your family, that might come first and might have like gotten us to the point where we could appreciate art even as a species. So if I have to say one of them, I'm just saying people in Africa aren't starving for good movies. You know what I'm saying? They're not sitting around thinking like, if only I could watch an Avengers movie, they're thinking like, I need like, their hierarchy of needs. It's
Maslow's.
Maslow. I was gonna say Laszlo's, and I'm like, that's not right.
But you know what they're doing? They're singing songs. They're dancing.
They are. They're doing TikToks.
They're telling stories.
They're telling oral stories, and
they're making they're feeding their soul.
You should tell their oral story to Harvey Weinstein.
Many people on their deathbed are reading, are listening to music, are watching films, are reading poetry, are talking about memories. This is something that is so essential to our species that you cannot just say with that it's like no different than replacing like a cashier guy. You can't. You just can't. You're insane if you do. You're stupid.
Okay, right. The cashier guy. That's why I'm not shedding a tear as soon as we get automated cashiers. Right. I'm not shedding a tear there. But I am saying, if you think artists, like, we have to save every artist, and it's like a penny a day could save these artists. If you guys just fight the AI, we can give these pennies to these artists. We can save them. They are important, but that's like, it's like the Pareto distribution, right? Like only like 80% of them, or excuse me, 20% of them are making like 80% of the content out there. There's only like a good 20%. So when we are automating a lot of these jobs away, we're getting rid of like the chaff. Yeah, of course. See ya. Sorry. Guess what? That's what.
I don't think
tough noogies.
I don't think. Yeah, bad artists can be replaced, but I still think bad artists are doing something they love, and they're inspiring other people to do things. It's like it's too cynical to like say, oh, you're a bad artist. Like you're done. We can't work anymore. We're just gonna replace you with AI. Like it's just very cynical.
It is if you're a retard that never got a decent job, and you never really got paid, and you think you're an artist and you could live off of other fucking people, then you need to go. And if AI is going to take care of that, then it's going to take care of that. And that's what I'm saying, is that artists just need to step up their game. Like, hey, you want to go toe to toe with the machines, you better step up your game so you can keep eating while the machines are pumping out content. You need to pump out even better content. You need to pump out Rolexes as they're pumping out Timexes. You know what I'm saying?
Well, look, I think we need to give people, I think there's a limit to replacing people with technology too, in jobs in general. You shouldn't replace everybody and then everybody's staying at home doing nothing and killing themselves. That's a terrible solution. So,
well, the same people who told the same people that told us that we, the machines that were going to replace us, will free us to pursue our artistic passions. And now here we are, where your artistic passions are being threatened by the machines that replaced you 10 years ago. It's just, I find it quite ironic.
I think it's an amazing feeling when my art students actually create something with their own hands, and to see their evolution, like from 1 week to the next, or from the first from the beginning of the school year to like now. And they're like so proud of themselves, and they're all sharing these stories. Ooh, my character is doing this. And like I would just taught them the difference between static and dynamic. So now they're learning how to actually make their characters and these animals like move and shit like that. And I'll take them out to the farm and they're watching these animals and like drawing in real time. That's the real human connection. That's the soul expression that we need. And again, I think with all this technology, we're already on the downfall of civilization. But I think with this type of shit, it's speeding it up, and it makes people care less about actually creating for themselves and having ideas and figuring out how to make those come to life.
I think part of it is that self-reliance and being taught self-reliance is one of the bigger issues that our culture is seeing right now. And that's strictly because technology has come so easy to us.
Do you guys think it's valuable to when you look at a work of art to like also to include the person who made it as part of your like appreciation for the art, for the work of art? I do. I think it's.
I didn't before, but now I do.
So it's like.
What do you mean?
So it's like I don't know. I keep going back to movies. It's very simple. It's like if you like a movie, like how often do you like do, especially nerds? Now I'm talking about normies. Normies will be entertained by like push, literally fucking staring at their TikTok all day long. But I'm saying people that are nerds that are if you, like, how often are you watching a movie and you look up the director, look up the actors, compare them to their previous work, compare it to other directors in the genre, compare it to like a movie that does like a better job, like how often are you comparing all of these things? I think it's a very big harsh portion of the hobby that we're going to be essentially. You cannot say that this will never be replaced, because that's the goal of AI, is to replace all of these people.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's people appreciate it once you've like dipped your toe into it. But like same with like sports, people don't know the nuances of sports, but I don't think they shouldn't. They don't enjoy it they won't enjoy it nearly as much if they don't know what the coverage is and the formations being called here and the chess game that's actually being played on the field. They won't understand it, but they can still enjoy the game though, like a surface level.
But aren't you encouraging an expansion of normies to the point where everyone's a normie?
Me? With AIR?
Because with AI, that's what AIR does. It gets rid of that nuance and that like nerd culture, and then suddenly everyone's a normie. I don't know why you would.
And when you're watching, and if you're watching sports, you're watching human interaction. You're watching two teams.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
Okay,
so you still got that, as opposed to what you're saying with.
That guy got hit really hard. It's about that Marshawn Lynch is a beast. Like it's always about the fucking people involved.
Pipe down with the racism here.
That team was like down by so many points, and they're like underdogs, and they overcame like adversity. A lot of art great art has come through adversity.
Yeah, most of my deleted history on my browsers are of men on men dominating each other, asserting their will on another one. Yeah, it's very entertaining to watch. So someone makes a mistake, the other one gets screwed. So I totally agree. What's that?
Chad makes this argument a lot. He's like, all that matters really to him. No. All that matters really to Shad is the final product, the quality of the final product. That's all that matters. It doesn't mean nothing else matters to Shad. He said this a million times.
I kind of agree with that. I mean, the final product, it might not be, like we said earlier, it might not be nearly as good because you don't have people around you checking your ego, just like George Lucas generally didn't in the prequels, right? And people just kind of were yes men around him, and the end product wasn't nearly as good. And he worked better when he had people around him that would compliment him instead of just be yes men. I'm saying that is going to be an issue, right? People are going to have yes men. You're going to have people that, like, my vision in my head might not be good, but what if it is really good? You know?
But rarely, Don, for an artist, is that the case? And I was talking about this.
I'm not saying it's a fucking winning lottery.
It's like Scorsese's last like 3 films, and I haven't seen Killers of the Flower Moon, but these are vanity projects, and it clearly shows that you do not give an artist free reign on budget and free reign on creativity, because 9 times out of 10, they take that open sandbox and they don't know what to do with it because they just get crazy nuts with all the shit that they think they can put jam pack into 3-4 hours.
I disagree.
When you with an artist,
don't disagree with me.
You don't disagree with me because I'm fucking right. And now here's the thing. With an artist, what they need is some slight pushback or people to tell them, like, nah, dude, like, look, that idea is just not working out, or we don't have the budget for that. They need that. They need a sandbox to play in.
Oh, that's
okay. So, well, let's just say, well, you have, Team A, which is just one person, and Team B, which is a committee who puts constraints on each other, right? Which one's going to make the better product? Probably Team B, right? They're going to have the better product. They have the limitations. They have to be creative.
You don't know.
One, we don't know, because one could be like Mozart over there by himself, just like a fucking master genius, and then the other one could be She-Hulk over there. So it's not definitive, like one for one, like, or it's not like a 100% that the committee will always win. But I'm just saying, like, okay, so what's the issue? Okay, so everyone that's making movies by themselves in their house with AI is gonna suck, and they're gonna sit like, dude, this sucks. This sucks. What am I gonna do?
Eventually, it won't suck.
Why not?
Because you'll just say you'll tell it to make a movie that you really like, and it just will.
So then it will do the
You'll say, hey, you'll tell the AI to make a movie about medieval, Germany, Vikings, and you'll say make this movie in a way that I will appreciate it, and it will just know your brain, and it will make the perfect movie for you. And I
see that. I think this is like, and this is what Shad said too when I was listening to his debate, which is very well put, was the trajectory of technology rarely ever just continues.
You brought up rockets. That was a terrible example.
Why is that a terrible example? We went from the moon to what? Like, trajectory wise, that was exponential growth, and now we've
been hindered by politics and a million other things, and regular people don't even have access to that.
So I guess politics won't have their thumb on AI. You're saying, or what?
Not if it's open source.
Well, rocketry. You're telling me like Elon Musk to do his rocket stuff, like isn't able to like develop all this other stuff? Well, like electric cars.
Don't belong on the moon.
What?
I'm just saying that there's going to be limitations to our technology, generally speaking, right? We're going to hit a limitation here. I don't think, even though it's like a pie in the sky thing where we can also just plug our brains into things and we're able to be there. I don't know. Like, I don't see that reality coming anytime soon.
Are you positive, or are you just saying maybe not?
I have my intuitions tell me that we're a lot further away than. Is it scary?
Is it what? Like you might be wrong? Isn't that kind of like if I might be wrong, maybe I should like be a little bit more skeptical about it. Like if you're positive that you're right, then I understand where you're coming from. But if you're like 50-50, then
I'm a very skeptical person. So even in my like definitive, like me being skeptical at something is also, I'm like skeptical of my skepticism. If that makes sense. Like I'll constantly go back and forth. So I'll never have a definitive thing besides that Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. Amen.
You see a guy. What you're doing is you see a guy in the dark. You're not sure if it's a bad guy or a good guy.
Yeah, I'm not a racist.
You worry, and you go, I'm just gonna shoot him, and you just shoot the guy.
Well, his red lips came out in the sunlight, and then I was like,
Well,
"Damn, this is a bad guy."
Or you throw
This
a
is a bad
basketball at him, and if he catches it, you shoot him.
Right.
The shine off of that big greasy nose from the dim light through the crack of the door.
I just think I don't know. I just think people should stop being so gung ho about AI. Everybody should be more skeptical. Everybody.
I'm skeptical, but I'm skeptical about also people's frustrations
back
by
against
it.
people who are skeptical. I just don't understand.
Because listen, I do think there's a bad thing that can occur from this, but the bad thing that's occurring is happening in our culture regardless. Like we talked about before, all these fucking TikTokers just doing these dances and people just death scroll on their phones. Like that's an issue. Regardless of AI. AI has nothing to do with that. We have an issue in our culture, period. And AI is going to pump into it a bad thing. Like, if we really want to go there, it's I believe we should definitely do a bunch of stuff. I'm more of a libertarian person, like Young Ripa, Nosferatu's favorite guy here. But I'm more so on the thing of banning porn. It is a disease. It is a poisonous thing for people to have. Yeah. And it shouldn't just be openly available for children to. What? Well, all I have to do is press the I'm 18 or older thing and I can just get into this website. Cool. That is more hindering our society than any AI currently is right now. And we're not even touching that. So
what you mean?
Yes, Don for president here. I'm gonna ban porn, mostly interracial at first, and then we'll move on from there.
Right now. Do you suddenly come to my house and delete my video or else?
The porn thing? I'm saying you'll never be able to ban it fully because of technology now. But I'm saying the government not even putting their fingers on it right now is a bad thing in our culture, and it's festering. I think there's something diseased in our culture as of right now, and AI is not even there yet. And to think that AI is the thing that's going to crush us is no. Even without AI, we're crushing ourselves.
Are you saying widely accessible porn?
I'm saying any porn.
AJ, why are you so? Bro. AJ, it's just porn,
bro. Nah, bro. It's kind of it's like
AJ, you're married.
It's like the pit bull thing, bro. It's like hold on. You can't ban pit bulls. I got a pit bull in my house. You gonna come here and take it? Me and my wife just made a video. You gonna come in and watch before you delete it?
That's like saying.
Yeah. No. This is legit porn. I'm deleting it now. Now that I've watched it to completion.
That's like saying. Flash it. That's like saying. Somebody is on the brink of discovering sentient AI where they can insert it into a robot and and we know that it's a likelihood they can take over the world. What you're saying is, well, we're fucked anyway. It doesn't matter whether or not we make this because we're fucked anyway.
So your hypothetical is the AI is a sentient AI.
I'm bringing it way closer to the apocalypse. We're not there yet, but
I'm saying a lot of machine learning we have right now with AI, and especially if it's in an individual person, if we plugged into a robot, I'm thinking a lot of people who are walking around day to day have the brain waves of those people. I'm not too afraid of machine learning is probably just a little higher intelligence than most people I interact with on a day-to-day basis. A lot of retards are out there.
Yeah,
I think all of these technological contributions or advancements contribute. I don't want those
dummies to have access to the same knowledge and AI that I have. To be honest,
you don't want the dummies to? Why? They might write a better script than you.
What I'm saying is, I don't want dummies to get a fucking microchip in their head and then suddenly have access to all the information in the world. I think it's a recipe for disaster.
I'm a glowy.
I mean, how many normies NPCs do you think are going to go get the Elon Musk Neuralink? And they're going to be smarter than then they're going to be way smarter than you. And you're going to be like, oh fuck.
Well, I mean, guess what? It doesn't matter how smart they are. I am saved by Christ, and that's all that matters. So,
well, they're going to be smart.
They won't be.
They won't have as much. Now, the wisdom thing is a different. It's you can be wise and have common sense, and they won't. A lot of these people don't, and they're stupid. But if they have all this information, and they can be like, oh, guys, I can make an international missile right now, but with a push of a button.
Mm-hmm.
And they just do it because they're dumb.
Wait, what? They can make a missile with their mind? You're saying?
That's scary. Yeah,
they can make it with their mind, though.
Isn't that why we are afraid of retarded people becoming presidents?
Oh, dude,
they're gonna push the button. They're gonna push the big shiny red button.
Oh, if the retard strength somehow infuses itself into AI,
push the button. Push it. Push the button. Kill China.
We're fucked.
Kill China.
Oh, we're fucked.
China. Bye bye China. Bye bye North
Downs
Korea.
GPT, we're gonna be screwed.
Yes.
Downs Go Society.
I'm making a movie with Downs GPT tomorrow.
Look who's pissing his pants now.
Trans people are my friends.
Don sounded like the retard king to rule them all. Just
Yes. Yep. I am the
fucking,
retard king.
the Jordan Peele us homunculus.
Oh, dude. He was just depicting black people, I thought, in that movie. That's
bro.
not what he was doing?
No, you didn't see that. They had white people.
I
too.
saw Us. Oh, yeah. Well, white people. White
Yeah.
people. Yeah, more like that. Yeah. I'm not. Listen, I think there is a danger in AI. I'm not saying there's no like, hey, listen, we could just take the brakes off this bad boy and just run it a million miles an hour into the wall. I think there's a clear issue with it. I just don't think with it creating content for people that it's as big as a deal as we think it is. Like,
No.
I don't know. I think a lot of people are. If anything, people will become more skeptical now. They're like, dude, that's AI. You'll say like, oh, didn't you know the president said that? And we already hear that already, right? Like you'll hear President Biden or President Trump said something, current President Trump, and they'll say something and the media will twist it on its head, right? They'll say like, didn't you hear he said this? And you're like, no, he didn't. And people already eat it up. So regardless, I think if anything, I hope this will bring people into thinking, yeah, that's probably just fake though.
It's just like my Costanza Punk 2077 post that I had. That was just, fun shit to just like throw out there, It meant nothing. It wasn't like, here's my artistic piece of art that I want to share with the world. It's just like, hey, here's something funny that's going on. And I'm just throwing it out there. So I agree with you on that sense. Like you want to generate content and have fun with it, sure, whatever. You want to call yourself an artist, on the other hand, man, that's tough. Like,
very smug.
I'm not going with you. I'm not going with you on that journey.
Well, I agree. So any person with a what do you want to say, canvas and paint is not an artist, right? They have to actually make something compelling. And if they're able to make something compelling with AI, without, and you can actually see someone's fingerprints in there, it doesn't seem like your snowboarding scenario, right? There can be art in there still. I still think so.
I don't think you could. I don't think I can dial in key terms, and my fingerprint's going to be on that piece of AI generated content.
Well, it might not be good though, like
Even if
man,
it's good,
I have the best keywords.
it's the
bro.
same thing as commissioning a work of art.
Damn.
There's no difference. This is what some people need to really wrap their heads around this. Typing in keywords and regurgitating it, doing that for like 4 hours over and over again, like tinkering with the keywords, is no different than typing in keywords on an email to a commission to an artist. Keywords. I want this hairstyle. Blah blah blah. It's the same thing. You're telling the artist what to draw, and then they draw it, and then you tell them to change it. You say no, change this, and you're communicating. Guys, that's what you're doing with AI art. Unless you're saying that you draw a picture by hand, and then you tell the AI art to like paint the hair pink, and then that's it. Then clearly you're still an artist because you drew the picture.
So you're saying Peter Jackson's not an artist because like he used like
you're Kathy Griffining me, dude.
No, I'm saying I'm just trying to pin it down.
All I said was that you're not an
if
artist,
Peter Jackson
takes
takes something that's already known,
bro,
envisions in his head, and then just gets other people to create it around him and just kind of signs off on it, he's no longer an artist. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I already said this before. I don't think directors are necessarily art. I think they're auteurs and visionaries, but they're not really artists. I don't think. Like you could call them that because you could put it,
my nipples are hurting. I'm chafing.
Yeah,
do you think
I don't
what
agree with
Peter
that.
Jackson? Wait, do you think what Peter Jackson did is the equivalent of writing an email to an artist and telling them what to draw?
No, I'm saying they're on the same like
Yes.
what do you want to say, axes, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you do. You think
No,
so?
I do. No, absolutely. So Peter Jackson is the director. So
he's not an artist.
everything he's the main hub of every decision that is being artistically made. So therefore, each department head comes to him and says, "Hey, how do you want this done, Pete?" And Pete says, "I want it done X way." Or he gives that department head creative control of that department and says, "Hey, you know what? these are the certain XYZs that I want you to hit. Outside of that, you're free to go play with however you want to play with. So, yeah, I think it is the equivalent of writing an email to somebody with keywords and saying, this is what I want done. He's actually more human interaction. He's there on a level where they can go, what do you think? Or he's like, yeah, that's it. It's perfect.
That's why I hesitate to call that person an artist, because they're more of a director or like a visionary or something.
What is
I would call Guillermo del Toro an artist.
Well, he does puppetry, he does model, he is an artist.
So he's gonna shove some fucking fur thing on his wrist, and now he's
I mean,
Elmo's on my wrist. I'm an artist now.
AJ uses pencils, paints, and ink.
Well, Hayao Miyazaki is an artist.
There's no different. That's no different than saying this cinematographer is my pencil right now, and I'm using him to paint this picture, which is exactly what a cinematographer should be doing with his lighting.
Well, so what do you think somebody who commissions a work of art is?
What do you think it is?
I think they're just somebody with an idea, and they somebody else made that idea happen. Now, if they commission a whole ass like expensive project that takes them like 6 years to do, that's different than if they just like tell a guy to draw a picture.
Okay, that I think right there is like a movie studio, though, right? It's like I need a picture. Someone's gotta make me a picture, and then we're like, okay, we'll get a director to like hone everyone's like all of the variables on this film to make it an actual piece of art.
I just like I don't like the fact that we can't delineate with a simple word the difference between somebody who says, "Hey, draw me a stick figure," and then somebody who makes Apocalypse Now. Like, are they both equally on the same playing field in terms? Are they both artists? Ha ha ha! Woohoo! Congratulations, you're both artists.
Yeah, but that's different because like when the director is on set, the director's on set. He's not saying like, here's a script, shoot, and then he's like, okay, good, act or cut. He gives some feedback, right?
What's the word? Yeah. How do we differentiate between those two people? What's the word that we're going to be using? Besides, if it's not artist, what are we going to be using?
Well, he is an artist. He's like a head coach. He's like telling everyone what to do.
Yeah,
I think it's hard to say what an artist is because I've seen some dance or like Cirque du Soleil, and that's fucking art. And that's not, I mean, it's visual, but it's not somebody putting a brush or whatever. No. I don't know. I think the word art is the definition is too loose.
Yeah, see, the director is the first audience member, and he knows how it's supposed to go down, or at least he's the conduit to the audience. So he's sitting there going,
a director. I guess.
Right,
that's a good word.
Well,
AI is definitely not
a director. A director of a film is still an artist, whether you like the film or not. He's still an artist.
I mean, in my circles, they call them auteurs because I'm fucking pretentious. But
I don't give a fuck about your circles.
But it's not the same thing as an artist. It's a different kind of connotation. It's a different word. But
I know what an auteur is. I studied the French New Wave. I don't give a shit. The fact of the matter is that a director is sitting there telling the audience what they're going to be looking at, and he's just using various tools on the set that happen to be people.
Well,
that usually act like tools. But
okay. So the word art is already meaningless. Now the word artist is we're I don't like when words are meaningless. I don't like it.
I don't like that either, but I do think what this guy's doing, a director on set, is artistic. Sure, if he's creating art and he's the one with the vision, I think he's an artist.
But sending an email is not the same thing.
I guess like speaking to somebody isn't the same thing, right? Though, right? But or like acting like if I'm just like moving my body around, that's not the same thing as like creating art. Unless it is, because then you're acting or like doing something choreographed, right? You're like distilling this. I guess words on a paper isn't art. It's like, well, unless it is, because it's like put in a nice way. It's like rhyming. Like it's doing all these other aspects that make it art. A stone isn't art. It's like, yeah, unless you carve it into something. I made this like you're.
I made this picture of Barbie and Ken running away from Oppenheimer's explosion. Okay. And look, I made it in 1 minute in like 10 seconds. If anybody called me an artist, I'll probably stick a harpoon up your fucking rectum. because it's cringe. It makes me cringe if you call me an artist for spending 5 seconds making this picture. I will refuse the label. I think you're gay if you call me an artist. You're actually gay, and I don't even want to be friends with you. Like, go away. You're gay and cringe. If you think, oh, you're such an artist, Lofty. Oh, you typed 5 words into a prompt. No, that's so stupid. That's diluting the word, and it's literally like it's the same thing as saying you're a racist for like eating a taco. It's the same fucking thing. It's so stupid.
Yeah, but what you're doing is
it doesn't mean anything. The word means nothing.
What you're doing is you're building that art with keywords. But
how about we all use words that mean the same thing? When we don't like, if I say something's art and you say like, I think a banana is art, and I'm like, I think the Mona Lisa is art. Oh, we're the same. No, we're not the same. You fucking dumbass.
Go ahead, Copa.
Banana is not art.
No, I'm letting him cook.
Go ahead.
You got to do something to the banana.
I think we should use words the same. I'm tired of people using words like it doesn't mean anything anymore. I'm sick of it. I'm done with it. I'm gonna start like objectifying things.
What exactly do you think a director is?
You said a visionary.
Yeah, they're a visionary. They're a director or producer. They could be a producer. They could also be an editor or a writer.
So what is the painter?
A painter is a painter.
He's still a visionary.
So a director is a visionary, but a painter's a painter.
Yes.
But the painter's not an artist.
A painter can be a visionary as well.
But he can't be an artist? Is the painter an artist?
Yes, the painter's an artist.
Why?
Because they use their skills, their skill set.
These are all
there's no skill set in being a director.
Well, creativity,
like anyone can do it.
Creativity. Would you say talking to people is creativity?
Oh, hell yes, especially when you're dealing with a million people. And there's so much stress around you. I'm saying that not only takes skill, but there's a lot of creative decisions you have to make on the fly. Like we just said earlier, when you have to be put with constraints around you, it's not like all of a sudden someone just hands you something. You go, all right, director, you have to do this for the day. It's like, cool, that's all I have to do today. No decision I have to make in my brain. I'm literally just like plugging along here like another cog on the wheel.
Well, sometimes the director will be like, hey, light this scene, like put a light over there, put a light over there. And then they create this lighting, and this art.
Yes.
I don't have a problem really with calling a director an artist. I really don't. I already said
okay.
This.
There we go.
I just think it's not the same. It's like Shad's not an artist for using AI. I'm not an artist for using AI. I'm not an artist for commissioning another artist to make a picture. It doesn't make me an artist. It's just not. It's not. You're delusional if you think it does. You're dumb.
Yeah, and y'all's hypotheticals, they were still humans creating something.
Yep.
The AI is the problem.
The AI is the artist. The AI is the artist. In this
case. But like the AI, and we will say this because the AI has the ability to, through machine learning, is able to know what is aesthetically pleasing. Like when they made that AI image for you, that wasn't just AI was like, oh, what looks good? They just go, okay, here are the prompts. Here's what looks good.
Right.
I'm going to throw this randomly at you.
And I guess you would have to know how the AI works and how it chooses what looks good. Because if it's stealing artwork, it's still an artwork that's being seen and liked and engaged with by, I'm assuming, a lot of people. I don't know how it fucking works. Y'all are helping them to get better. That's how I think it works.
Yeah, exactly. And you're right, Barmy. You're Barmy. I am redefining... Wait, I'm redefining the dictionary based on his... Look, no. The dictionary doesn't just say that somebody shitting on a wall is art. That's not... The dictionary doesn't say that. Okay. Somebody could say that. Somebody could say, oh, look at the way I shit on that wall. It looks like Abraham Lincoln's beard. Someone could say that's a work of art. I'm just like, no, you're wrong. You're just wrong. I disagree. And they'd be like, no, the dictionary says, no, well, you're just stupid and go away. I don't want to talk to you.
I think AI can be art if
do what I want.
I think AI can be art if you are trying to depict something in your brain and you perfectly get it with an AI image, right? Like that's what I want. That's what I'm trying to like draw, right? That's art.
It's still
if you just say hold on, if I just say like castle sunset and I pick the first thing that comes to me because it looks nice, that's not necessarily, I agree, that's like not art, right? But if someone has a vision and they're honing it in.
Yeah,
but here's the
thing. Someone time Nosferatu out real quick again. He needs to be. He's getting a little punchy in the chat. Man. Thank you.
Technically,
what did he do?
Technically, it can be art But somehow it feels the same way when somebody tells you the gender that you see before you is not the actual gender.
But
there's something else.
And what Don was saying is you're no longer the artist though, Don, because you're not using it as a tool in such as what you're doing is you're creating an amalgamation of like 300 billion other people's art and just smashing it together to what the machine thinks you want instead of you coming up with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, like, but like in your head, it's like there's nothing new underneath the sun, right? It's like you're stealing from this guy who stole from that guy that stole from this guy that stole from that. So you're like a derivative at this point. So I'm definitely not influenced by Martin Scorsese at all in this shot. It's like, yeah, you are. Like this is like, it's an homage. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. None of this is Tolkien-esque. It's like it's weird to me that people think like there's nothing. You guys are just gonna steal stuff from people. It's like, yeah, look at all fantasy after Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings.
That's bad.
Okay, yeah. So I guess we can. I do like this conversation because there is a root problem here, and I think some people are like talking past each other, and I do like getting down to the bottom of it.
But yeah,
I want to before we end the stream here, I want to bring us back together here and
all technological advancements contribute to our downfall. We're done for.
No. I want to talk about a true artist, a person that has created so much joy content for us. He's back, and I'm glad to see it. He's been away for a little bit, but now he can, warm the hearts of all of us. Here, real quick.
Donald Trump?
Nope. Let me just share this. And
except AI steals souls.
You're not waiting. Get your crap together and stop following those twerps.
Here's art made by a human.
I mean, if it's so bad,
wait a minute.
I'll turn it down here a little bit. This is Chris Chan. He's returned. Yeah, the guy that had sex with his mom. Yeah, this is
the guy who fucked.
He's
his
back.
Mom, right?
Yeah, he's out of jail. So
how did that happen?
They dismissed his charges, but I hope we can. Here we go.
Don,
humans are losing. We've already lost.
For me.
You don't like this? This is art, though. It's human made.
Terrible art.
I'd rather
bring on our robot overlords. God damn.
AI.
Yeah, bring me. Here, I'll mute it here for a little bit because we don't need to hear it so much as his bad singing, but we can maybe see it for a little bit.
Now, sometimes bad art is sometimes something's so bad that it's like a brilliant work, like The Room. It's like,
yeah, this is good. This is good. I like this. This is. I guess the only thing he needs is someone to push back on him because he's kind of like going on his own.
Well, his mom was doing that for a while.
I mean, this
right?
is
Oh, Barb. Listen, I know a lot about the lore of.
This is almost parody level.
This is shit. But if you told AI to make this video, this one would be better.
Yeah. Thank God he's wearing the breast
Sadly.
month shirts too.
Who knows who Chris Chan is? Do you guys know who this person is?
No,
I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's probably the most documented person on the internet.
Let me. I recognize him because he fucked his own mom.
I hear about
allegedly.
Him from y'all.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Come on, guys.
Oh, is this the Sonichu dude as well?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, shit.
Don't you see the Sonichu medallion?
Way too much.
Yeah.
See, I don't even know what the Sonic Chew shit is.
That's only the tip of the iceberg, my guys.
Don, how do you spend your time?
I love that, dude. Pop this in my vein. This man was. This is another thing. So, like, this guy was basically created into this fucking disgusting creature from the internet.
People hate him. That's why he's popular. They hate him.
Yeah.
It's like,
no, there's more of them. Huh?
It's like DSP.
Yeah, go ahead.
The vast majority of people hate DSP. That's why he's popular.
Who's DSP?
Dark Side Phil. Dark Side Phil, just this cringe guy who like he's really like fucking nerdy about everything. He talks like this, and he like plays video games and gets mad about stuff. Anyway, I can't. How do I do DSP, guys?
I only
I
know
don't
him
know.
from that side scrollers interview.
Dude.
Anyway, he's terrible.
Hold on, let me see if I can find some quick best of Chris Chan. I'll pull up one more video here of Chris Chan. This is disturbing that you guys don't know so much about him. He at one point drank his own jizz to please a woman.
We're better people because we don't know about this shit.
Oh, it's so funny. Orange flavor, dude. It's so funny. Oh,
That's
come
a
on,
skill.
guys.
That's a skill that you'll need in the apocalypse.
I'm giving
You guys
myself.
You guys pretend you like the cringe, and you guys aren't even at the tip of the iceberg.
Well, Don the
yeah.
shepherd, my brother, lead the way.
will-
We are your flock.
Dude, you'll get some. I will lead you to the cringe. Do not worry. Do not be afraid. You will be cringing out of your fucking skin by the time I'm done with you. Here, I got one. Here, I got two actually for you. There's one he does this. He's obsessed with Sonic, right? That's his big thing.
Is that true? Is what Blildo is saying is true? Is that you got trolled into becoming this dude?
Yeah, basically, yeah. He there's these arcs. No, legit.
No
There's arcs. They call it. There's a Liquid Chris arc. There's the Nintendo CEO arc. Some guy pretended to be the CEO of Nintendo or Sega, and said he was going to buy his game or his property of Sonichu. There's the Asperchu arc. That's another one. There's a bunch of lore to it, dude. There's if you want cringe, Sentient, do you know who else knows about this? I losing my spot here.
I don't like talking about it because
the Liquid Chris arc. The Liquid Chris arc where they have this.
Hold on, I'm writing this down. Liquid.
No, my bad.
Arc.
Okay.
I don't know about I don't know about this. I just know about his recent stuff.
Oh no, dude!
When he went to jail.
Liquid Chris was just like Liquid Snake from. He's like pretending to be his clone. There's a guy that he's like, my name is Christian something Chandler, and he just pretends to be him. And for some reason, Chris legit thinks people are confused.
Wait. Tim is saying that we all come on just to make fun of him, and we all suck. Now
Tim.
Is he sniping us again?
Is he sniping?
Tim, what are you doing, Tim?
Tim, you're muted.
No, he's not.
JP Mexican, you dummy.
Did he drop something in the chat?
I'm gonna kick you.
No, Nas said it. Nas is watching Tim right now.
Did he drop? Tell him to drop a StreamYard link. We'll jump in there.
Oh, he's talking mad shit.
All right, well, I'm about to jump over here.
Tim, you fucking Timmy the.
I need to watch. Yeah, I need to watch this Chronicles.
Timmy the trombone.
I need.
Yeah, you gotta get more of this.
Pack? Yeah.
Oh, dude, no joke. There's a person working on a documentary of his life, and it's at like 80 plus episodes, dude, of the Chris Chan. Let me see, Chris Chan documentary. Let me see this real quick. Where they're at. Dino Samuel 2.1. He makes Chris Chan comprehensive. Yeah, they're at number 79, and each episode's about 40 minutes long. You literally go from the here. I'll drop a link in the chat right now.
Yeah. I just want an abridged version. I don't need 80 episodes.
Oh yeah, you can find it, but just to know like how far it goes. I've watched a lot of these.
So this is what you were doing overseas.
There was one time
PowerPoint and watching Chris Chan catching up on Chris Chan.
There's one time Chris was talking to a guy he thought was his this girlfriend's dad, and it was a troll, right? The whole time it wasn't the dad at all. And the guy was like, "I pulled dead bodies out of 9/11, like these twin towers." And it doesn't even phase Chris. All right, Chris is just like, "Well, I had to bury my dog in the backyard, and that dog was pretty heavy." I'm like, "Holy shit, Chris!" None of it phases you. Okay, hold on. Let's watch this. This is just something here that you will enjoy.
Hello, folks. Well, and now for something completely different. Electric hedgehog power. Pew!
White people.
He's painted his body blue.
This is me in my super mode.
This is recorded with like a PlayStation Eye.
You didn't even paint it. It's not even paint.
But I
It's
don't in
just
real life.
5
But
Sharpie
I
markers
like
worth
this new
of marker
way
on
to-
his body.
I don't know, just to say something or just to have fun.
This is
Anyway,
100J
live a nice
1.0,
life.
isn't it?
Don't curse. Don't
Yes, this
badmouth
is-
people. It's just not cool. You know, don't torture me. At least I am doing this, and I have myself a woman. So there. So she would appreciate this very much. She appreciates almost.
Don't torture me. That's one of the funniest. Don't torture me. He's the fucking best. Here, I got one more for you, and then we'll. Yeah, I just don't want you to. I don't want to spoil the surprise for you guys.
No, you should have finished that shit.
I was almost done. I was right there.
Oh,
I was at the peak.
So someone told him to do this, right? Most of the stuff that he's performing on camera is because he's being told to do this, right, by a troll. Or a girl thinking he's being trolled into thinking this is his. He's constantly on the lookout for his boyfriend-free girlfriend. That's the phrase that keeps coming up.
I'm sorry, what?
His boyfriend-free girlfriend.
Okay.
Here, this is.
So he's just not around. Or...
And glasses for a genie, Mr. Popo.
Mr. Popo, look.
AJ, how does his face make you feel right now?
Enjoy story.
I instantly thought Mr. Popo. I thought nothing of it.
Once there was this boy who was born.
Oh no! No! Crash test dummies! No, he's ruining it.
More balls than Lofty.
Okay, I think that's enough. Dude, you should learn more about Chris Chan. Your life will be better for it, everybody. I guarantee you.
On it.
All right. I was trying to think who's streaming next. Actually, hey, tomorrow, everybody, I'm going to be on Seinfeld stream on Max von Priestley's channel, so be sure to be over there. I don't remember what time it is, but Copa, when are you going to be streaming again on Sundays?
I'm going to come back. November 5th is the official date. Next because next week I'm going to be out of town, so I'll be back November 5th.
You teasing us what my favorite movie is going to be?
Yeah, you want to talk about it now?
What
is that? What you want to do?
I just want to know what favorite movie of mine is going to be reviewed. Tease us or?
No, not yet. I mean, okay. Let's just tease that the show's coming back first.
Oh, you dog. Anything else? You have a One Piece review already out?
Yeah, One Piece has dropped. Doing a Sanctuary review that Don is looking forward to, and that's coming out next week before I take off. So be on the lookout for that. Oh yeah, fat, sweaty Asian dudes just bullying each other. Oh my god.
Society needs less of that. I'll be honest with you. Fat Asians.
Dude, AI me some of that art.
Mm-hmm. AJ, you're back to streaming now, right? Tuesdays and Saturdays now, or what's going on?
Tuesday and Saturday. Let's see if I can be consistent. Tuesday for sure, but Saturday, yeah, I'm trying to do that. Get back to doing that every Saturday morning. Talking about the same shit, kind of that I was talking about on Heroes No Capes every Saturday. Push to have more guests, more people to talk to, because y'all gonna get enough of just talking to me on Tuesday. So there's that. Subscribe to the channel, see what happens.
Lofty, what are you up to?
Well, just horror. Next Wednesday, I'm doing a horror stream.
Horrors.
My tier list, favorite horror movies, and then I don't know, man. I'm just kind of playing it by ear. The AI art thing was like random. What's next? Flower Moon, maybe House of Usher stream. I'm kind of getting a little annoyed. Like, it's hard to coordinate streams around stuff that I like because people don't watch them, and instead, it's very, very, very easy to coordinate a stream around something like Ahsoka or like fucking Robin Hood. And it's like, that's all anybody wants to talk about. So I'm kind of getting a little depressed.
Yeah, that's you got to talk about things you love.
I wish more people went to see Flower Moon. Maybe I'll do a stream If 6 people show up, I'll do it. What else? Please, for the love of God, go see Napoleon. That's at the very least.
Oh, yeah.
If you skip Flower Moon,
Oh, yeah.
Napoleon's going to be huge. Napoleon, we need to push that up to the Oppenheimer levels if possible. It's never going to get there. It's not going to hit $1 billion, but it's an important movie. It's kind of coming out. Watch it. Oh, big thing about that is if you watch it in theaters, on you guys know this on Apple, he's releasing a 4-hour director's cut with an hour of deleted scenes.
Who is?
I want that.
What?
Pump that in my veins.
For what movie?
Yeah, Napoleon. Ridley Scott. So it might be fun to watch it in theaters and then rewatch it again on Apple and then compare the 2 versions. That's what
it's going to be like Kingdom of Heaven, where the original theatrical version sucked ass, but the extended is just based and awesome.
We'll see. Yeah,
I can't wait.
I mean,
I'm looking forward to Napoleon. That's one of the few I am looking forward to.
Big movie. Now, Dune was supposed to come out today, but it fucking didn't because it got delayed. Dune was supposed to come out today, guys, but it didn't.
Yeah, I'm excited for Dune. I like a Denis Villeneuve. Oh, guess who? Oh, Zax is here. I haven't seen you in a little bit here.
Anyway, that's it. And in November, if whoever likes Miyazaki might want to stop by my streams because I'm doing a bunch of Miyazaki streams.
Streaming wise, Circle Jerks probably be on it. Next week might be on Zax's stream this Wednesday. What's good Wednesday? Don't know what the topic is. He never tells me. I don't know why. He's a little stinker bingus. Never wants to tell me what's going on. But if you guys don't know, me and Gator made our best video essay ever. I just dropped the link in the chat. It's Danny is dumb.
I liked it.
Yeah, it's a nice. If you like NPR people talking about why some dummy full of Dothraki cummy is one of the dumbest characters in all Game of Thrones. Sure,
there's a lot of innuendos in that video.
Yeah, involuntary click clap.
The NPR voices about pulling rope is just some of the best shit I've ever heard.
Yeah. So it was a lot of fun to make. It took a lot of time, but hey, let me know what you think about it. I'd love to hear your guys' feedback. I'm dropping also a link. I think Copa already did it for Tim's stream.
Yeah.
So,
I'm also dropping there. IJP dropped the StreamYard's link to Tim's talk. I just dropped it and marked it off. So if you want to hop on and talk with Timmy one-on-one, go for it. There's your link.
Yeah, you should take the opportunity. I think I might be on. I might go on there. If he's
dude, you just can't get enough.
Hold on, but if he's complaining about us, I gotta defend my honor there. And also, I heard he's talking shit about Nosferatu, which pump that in my veins.
Oh, you know what you need to do is take his wrench away. You finally need to complete that arc.
Dude, that was so close.
Oh, he was contemplating that shit.
I forgot to mention 2 things. Number 1, everybody should play Mario Wonder. It's fucking amazing. I'm playing it now. It just came out yesterday. Mario Wonder. Don't play Spider-Man 2. Play Mario Wonder. It's literally the best Mario game since Mario World. And I would say now side scroller. Another thing is Attack on Titan, guys. If you like anime, Mark the Cyborg is doing a whole every episode of that show. We're breaking it down every week, every Monday. And that comes out in November, guys. So if you're Attack on Titan fan, go sub to Mark the Cyborg. We're going to be doing a whole month-long thing of that last season. Anyway,
nice.
That's it. Yep.
Sweet. Yeah. Hey, be sure to follow these guys. They're all the best guys. I love each and every one of them physically, from the toes all the way up to their big red lips. I love them all. So we'll see you guys next week on Circle Jerks. Go over to Tim's talk now. My sheep. Follow me. I'll be there momentarily.
Circle of Jerks. Oh boy.